an intro, and you haven't welcomed our guest.
Okay. Alright, we have a very special guest. His name is Caspian.
Hello, I'm the other bearded
Fuck
one.
me, that's strong.
I've basically come here to usurp Dan as the bearded one.
Yeah,
He's now defunct and will be
gradually getting
shortly.
pushed closer to the door.
Yeah.
Next month I'll be in the hallway, shouting.
I'll put a mirror up.
Oh,
So
that's
you
nice.
see a bit.
It's like this picture in picture.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt my tongue because it's so strong.
Yeah. Having Capra
Num. Hey,
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Caspian is definitely up to the quality of the drinks on this podcast.
Mm.
We usually stick to a standard bastardised dark and stormy, but this is for sure.
So strong. The more I mix it, the stronger it gets.
Oh, you're going to be absolutely useless later on. I can't wait.
It's going to be good.
It's my intro. So hi, we're talking about food.
Food, a subject close to our hearts and stomachs.
These are three growing men.
Growing for sure. Outwards.
Yeah, we are
Outwards.
growing quickly. Yeah. Well, we didn't really know what to do, but do you suggest food?
I think that's just food.
Yeah.
We
Well, that's good because we didn't have anything.
We did. Yes, good. Yeah.
Don't worry, boys, I got this. I just come in here, got a big beard.
We're like 8 episodes
Come
in,
up
we
with
already
subjects,
need outside
like, it's
help.
fine.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. I mean, we kind of done we were gonna do like a certain amount of things and then keep redoing them, but there's only so much you can talk about something.
Yeah. Well, you could divide the subject. You could get because you've kind of like done very broad, like science,
Yeah.
tech.
Well,
like
food in itself is going to be an extremely broad subject, I'm sure.
Broad.
Broad. Fucking.
He's ill as well.
I'm alright. I'll be fine.
it'd be alright.
If I die, my death is documented.
Yeah.
So that's all gone well.
No, it isn't murder.
Yeah.
You mix the drink, so you got it.
Yeah.
Well,
It's got framed.
it's a nice room. I'm taking it.
Yeah. Okay. So we've decided because food is gigantic, as you know, you could potentially go down weird and wacky rabbit holes, which I expect it fucking will. But we decided to sort of split it up into some subjects and some areas to sort of drive the conversation a little bit further forward. So I suppose the first one that you suggested would be diet. So by diet, are we talking about like specific dietary fads, or what our own diet is like, or what?
Either. Yeah.
Either. Fantastic. Good. Well, let's keep it vague then. Cool. All right. So then, fad diets then.
Okay.
Fad ones that come in. Weird shit. I suppose one of the ones that came up massive in our generation was probably the Atkins diet.
Is that,
Remember
is
all
that
that
no,
shit?
no carbs?
No carbs, yeah, just completely removed carbs from all your diet, and all that sort of the fucking rich women who were fucking footballers like had a big thing about it.
Okay.
They were all over it. Which I suppose is I think now what we know about it. It's just carbs are pasta and all that sort of
rice and bread.
yeah, that's it, all
whatever.
stuff that sort of metabolizes as sugar and then goes into fat and then eventually makes you fat. So if you take all that stuff out, then yeah, I guess
But carbohydrates are good.
Well, sort of.
it can be. Good carbohydrates are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad carbohydrates are bad.
I mean, it's kind of like the sort of the follow-on from that has been the keto diet, which is kind of like sort of following that trend
Yeah, it's
of
just
like
taking it a little
removing
bit
carbs. But like the keto is like an interesting one because like it's specifically getting yourself into putting your body into a state of ketosis.
It's changing the way what your body uses as fuel.
Yes.
So your body usually burns glucose for fuel, which comes from carbs. So any wheat things break down into glucose, which your body then burns as fuel. If it doesn't burn it as fuel, it stores it as fat.
Yeah.
So if in taking that out as Atkins did and as keto does, so keto moves much more towards you're trying to convert your body into burning fat for fuel rather than burning sugar.
Yeah.
So that I mean that's the sort of natural
making is it your kidneys produce ketones?
Yeah.
So like we kind of evolved to like metabolize carbohydrates differently in like recent years biologically. I think like
bread's still relatively, as far as the humans are concerned.
Yeah.
Bread and
evolutionary.
and pasta is all new to us. We haven't evolved to break it down properly.
Well, I mean, raw vegetables and meat, I guess, is the only things that aren't processed.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
So it's
Grains. Do grains count? How long have we had grains? Since before bread? Must have been, because
Probably.
you use grains to make bread.
Yeah.
At some point they were like, let's mush these grains up and put some water in them.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, probably
It's too dry.
Yeah, someone probably fed like ran them. Then it rained.
How long did they have bread without butter? Poor bastards.
Oh, I don't know. How long ago was like milk just like left for a bit?
Well, probably a lot because like
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of hot countries like kind of they're like, right, how do we preserve this?
Yeah.
Because we milk it and it goes horrible.
Yeah.
So that's
I want to know which man can't look at a cow and went, I'm sucking on that. I'm a bit of that. Like,
what's
OG.
what I find weird is that why is animal milk normal, but human milk's not? Like, why is that really fucking weird to have like human milk?
I think it's as weird. I think you're not supposed to have milk from animals or humans when you're
Yeah.
an adult.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No.
I mean, babies, sure.
yeah,
Babies can have as
get
much
milk
milk
for
as
what
they
you like.
like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a
Are you
evolution that we've had in Europe.
campaigning to try and get like it directly from the source? Is that what you're after?
That's it. I'm just if you could.
Everyone has a cow in their kitchen or a cow in your fridge.
That's not what I was referring to.
No, that's fucking weird. But yeah, no, it is weird. Like, why do you go to a goat or a cow or whatever and go, yeah, I'm gonna have a bit of that.
Taking some fucking cow juice.
Yeah, take a bit of cow juice.
Smush the cow together till it leaks something. Like these limes, squeeze a cow, milk comes out at the end of it.
In an elbow.
In an elbow.
In an
Wang it
elbow.
in an elbow, one cow elbow.
Cow elbow. do cows have elbows?
No, because they can't walk downstairs, can they? They can walk up them, but they can't walk down them.
Have you
But
tried?
they have knees. Because they've got legs. They wouldn't have elbows.
Yeah, I guess so.
Cows can't walk downstairs.
Cows can't walk downstairs. It might be a myth.
This is like dogs can't look up.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can lead a cow upstairs, you can't lead it back down.
Oh, fucked.
So
Yeah.
remember that.
It's better than a
It's,
Dalek, though.
Huh?
Half better than a Dalek.
I
Yeah.
guess the question would be asked, like, why are you taking the cow upstairs in the first place?
Never you mind. We don't want any police coming in and intruding.
That'd be a clever design for a slaughterhouse, though, because they never escape. Just put the slaughterhouse on the second floor. And just let the cows wander around.
It's an abattoir.
Yeah, okay, yes.
I think it's an abattoir, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the fancy
Yeah.
word for it. Yeah, alright. But they deal with all the horrible shit.
Just get slashed.
Yeah, get juked. So keto diet's becoming a big thing at the moment. And it's become, I think CrossFit has sort of helped to
Oh yeah.
progress that a little bit. Do you ever hear of the? Yeah, I think that's a big push. I think this CrossFit has put fitness out for a lot of people anyway. Really, it's quite a big thing.
Can have a good thing.
Just like shitloads of protein, lots of exercise.
Yeah, it's
Fats,
just meat,
isn't it?
vegetables, and fat. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like avocados
Mm.
and coconut milk and all that sort of stuff is massive because it's what your body uses for fuel now.
Thank you.
But it is there are some dangers that have come with these like diet fads. Like so
Yeah.
so ketose, one of the dangers of going into ketosis is where you synthesize energy through lipid synthesis.
Yeah.
It's easier to lower the pH level of your blood so you can get acidic blood, which is a ketoacidosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, so so they call it the keto flu, don't they? In that period where your body's adapting, and then your
And
blood.
you have to like test, you have to like pee on strips or something.
Yeah, it
To
seems
do
like
a pH test.
seems like a
make sure
fucking
it's-
mission to me, to be honest. Like,
It is a bit. I just stop eating so much.
I mean, that's the thing at the end of the day, isn't it? But we are sitting,
We just ate a massive meal.
Yeah, we did just
Yeah.
have a massive field. But it's all vegetables.
It was vegetables and
All
mash.
vegetables.
Yeah.
That was quite nice.
Mashed vegetables.
Is
Mashed
potato
vegetables.
vegetable?
Yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah,
It had kale in it, so it's fine.
Yeah, okay.
It's healthy, man.
And as we know,
Leafy green
kale.
shit. Kale is
The new
king.
superfood.
Everyone loves kale. Kale and broccoli.
I used to love broccoli, but I've gone off it.
I don't like broccoli, but I'll eat it because I know it's good for me.
How do you cook broccoli then?
Boil the shit out of it usually.
See,
Yeah.
that's the thing. So like boiled broccoli, like I mean, it can be okay with like a load of gravy on it or something. It's quite
Yeah.
soft. But what I found is like one of the best like ways to have it, and a meal that I used to make like quite a lot is that you just get a chicken breast, or not a chicken breast, something nice like a chicken thigh or something like that, a bit of brown meat, broccoli, cover it with a bit of oil, salt and pepper, put it in the oven for like 20 minutes and comes out and it's fucking banging.
Ooh.
That's a much better way to get the broccoli because it's like got a bit of texture to it. It's not just this floppy like.
Yeah,
whatever.
so it's kind of rubbery, isn't it? I think that's the problem with it. It's kind of like sprouts are kind of like that. Like when people boil sprouts,
bouncy balls.
yeah. But if you fry sprouts, if you cut them up, fry them with some bacon and lardons, obviously not for yourself maybe, but fry them with some bacon and lardons, sprouts are banging.
I'd like to try that, but I'm allergic.
Shit. Oh well, it's more for
Well,
me.
they're just small cabbages.
I know, but I can eat cabbage.
Yeah, just cut up a big cabbage really small.
Try and trick you. If you
Done.
cut up the sprout really little and trick your brain, be like, it's just diced cabbage.
That's it.
And that's how allergies work.
Mind over matter. Remember, just tell those nuts to bugger off and rub them.
Just rub them all over your
Rub it
face.
into your eyes.
Snort a nut.
Christ.
What? Okay, so really, so bad diets obviously have come in. They come in, they go out, and they come in and they go out, and they come in and they tend to go out because somebody fucking dies, or they
Well, they're just not very nice, or they don't work very well.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
A lot of things don't give you enough. Make you feel like you have enough energy, so you can't do the exercise anyway. If you eat healthy and just normal, or like a lot of food, but you exercise a lot because you have the energy to exercise, and that's better.
Well, I think fads are they are fads because they're difficult to maintain as a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So maintaining something for a really, really long term, or making a complete life change and saying, hey, this is what I eat now, is... Well, I think it's becoming more common nowadays, but I think it's just something people aren't necessarily willing to do, is that I'm depriving myself of a thing that I want. And it takes a lot
that's
of
dark as well.
Huh?
It's very Catholic, isn't it?
What?
Allow yourself to have the pleasure, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You want some fucking cake, have some fucking
Have a little
cake.
bit of cake. Just don't have too much fucking cake.
Yeah, don't have a whole cake.
Yeah.
Have
the
a
problem.
slice of cake.
I like to have the whole cake. That was the thing, so...
Yeah, I haven't.
So if the whole cake's there's no one else around.
I don't eat
No one
like
else
half
eat
the
cake.
ingredients in cake now, so.
Oh yeah,
That
well.
makes it pretty hard, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, there's some pretty banging vegan donuts in the old town, so
Oh, really?
I eat them.
Eat all the donuts.
But they're really expensive, so I don't eat them often.
So, yeah, what you've done is you've priced yourself out of eating.
It's like I could eat nice food if I had more money.
Yeah. Well, I could eat too much nice food if I had more money.
Yeah. I guess that's the thing, and then going into like our diets, like so you've got like vegan.
Yeah, but I was vegetarian for 20-something years before that.
Yeah. But you're saying it wasn't a hard transition to really get into.
No, not at all.
Which it'd be hard for my girlfriend Hannah because she fucking loves cheese,
Yep. Oh yeah.
and cheese is amazing.
Jesus.
I mean, how?
I don't miss it at all. I didn't miss it the day I decided to stop eating it. I didn't miss it. I just thought it was gross, and it is gross.
I mean,
If you think about it, what it actually is,
That's
it's
a
pretty it's pretty nasty.
It's weird that I mean, I know a bit like factory farming and what foods are.
No,
and
it's
shit
not even
like
that,
that.
it's just
and all
like-
that sort of shit.
It's just like old milk.
yeah,
I mean,
it's delicious.
and I know that. And I
Yeah.
know that, and I will still push it into my face.
Yeah, the older, the
it's good
smellier,
on
the
the
better.
mix.
If I can
Yeah.
put it on top of stuff, that's cheese
Yeah.
is just like
Well, that's-
extra food for my food.
That.
So I've got a dinner here. Do you want some cheese on top of it? I mean,
Of course
obviously.
I fucking
Yeah,
do.
of course I fucking do. 100%. Want to look an animal to you? Of course I'll put cheese on
Well,
it.
yeah, I mean, I used to have cheese on everything, cheese on pasta and stuff, but I stopped eating that before I stopped eating cheese anyway. I stopped putting cheese on everything. I used to put cheese on everything
Yeah.
when
I
I was
mean,
skinny.
When you were skinny, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Which is
the answer
how
is
does that
cheese.
work?
Yeah,
The less I eat, the fatter I get. I'm very confused.
It's like the Benjamin Button of foods. Yeah, it's madness to me. I mean, I did consider going veggie like at one point. Like I remember when I first moved to London, I sort of like I used to walk past this butcher's every day, and it really fucking put me off.
It's
like,
just
eating.
dark, isn't it?
Yeah, like the thing that really got me was the smell.
Oh yeah.
Because I'd walk and like it was one of those
Fresh,
like really
fresh
fucking
meat smell is grim.
oh
It's
cold
sort of-
cold blood.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
it's
You're
like
smelling the inside of something.
yeah.
It's like, that's probably what Luke smelled in that Tom Tom.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Tom-toms are notoriously smelly.
Yeah, that's what Han said.
Yeah.
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 But yeah,
This
it's-
Star Wars reference in there.
it's I don't know, it's weird because like on one end like, you know, you see that and you go past it and it can really be off putting, but as soon as you buy it in a nicely packaged thing, it's suddenly
fucking
fine.
retarded, isn't it? 'Cause
Yeah.
I know enough that I like to think this is probably the only aspect of my life where I am willfully, blissfully fucking ignorant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I know it,
You're just pretending to yourself.
And that separation is so ingrained in my mind.
There's so many people that do that, man.
No, I'm not. Yeah, and
no one would kill anything. Well, 90% of people wouldn't kill anything.
I'd punch a chicken.
Come here, delicious bastard.
Might boot a pig.
A pig could probably take it.
Only
Could probably
one.
take you.
Yeah,
Most of them are pretty big. Well, I mean, not a piglet.
Yeah, I'd punch a piglet.
Right,
That's an unfair fight.
I'd kick a piglet and then I'd have to run after
You fight a
it.
hog and it'll fucking...
You go toe to toe with a hog.
Yeah.
Like, then it's a fair
and
fight.
also like a medium one. Like,
Yes.
on the way. I don't want a fair fight. I mean, a fair fight implies I might lose.
Give me
I don't
a
want to get
gun.
killed by my food. That'd be some bullshit.
But,
Well,
but that's what it used to be. Every single fight, you either eat or you die.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about hand to hand.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't use a weapon. I'd strangle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you ever use a weapon, give the pig a gun.
It's like opposable thumbs. It's just like, that's
Charles,
I would just
jokes on
sellotape
you,
into the
buddy.
side of its head.
Or like a crossbow, just a crossbow on its head.
This is how Robot Wars started.
Pig Wars.
So,
Farmer Wars.
Yeah.
Craig David's presenting
That's
Pig Wars at
it.
the
Someone
moment.
strapped a circular
Craig
saw
David.
onto the back of a
Craig
fucking...
David.
We're coming
back now.
Stepping across onto a pig frito.
In one corner we have Hypno Disc.
Whoa!
That's a strong 15-year-old Robot Wars reference there.
I remember Hypnodisc.
Hypno Disc was the
One
one.
fucking badass.
Craig Charles, by the way.
Yeah.
Quite different people.
Oh, that would have sucked if it was.
Oh, that'd be the worst. Yeah, that'd be really short-lived.
Yeah.
Replace Jeremy Clarkson with Craig David.
I forgot Jeremy Clarkson was.
Yeah, he was the OG.
He was the original one, wasn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his giant leather duster.
he? Yeah. Fucking hell. It must have been.
Dusters are cool, man. I don't care.
No, I mean when you're a
Clarkson's
middle-aged,
not cool,
you're a
but-
middle-aged, slightly balding man. I don't think they're very cool.
What do they call him? Gammons.
What?
He's a gammon, isn't he?
I've
Have
seen
you
this
heard
phrase
this-
around.
this
What does
phrase?
this mean? This
No.
kind of ties into food.
So it's gammon is basically you look like a pink middle-aged fucking.
He's a gammon.
Yeah. So like they're sort of like middle-aged, has drunk way too much, and all the blood
Yeah.
vessels are bursting in your face.
EDL members.
Yeah.
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 The
You know,
middle-aged men that
middle-aged
have
men, a
got
bit racist.
bulldog tattoos,
Yeah.
put the St George's up in the car and complain that the Muslims are trying to get them to bring them down.
Exactly.
Those people. That's a
Yeah.
gammon, is it?
And
I
it's
see.
funny because they're usually the ones that go, oh, these bloody millennial snowflakes, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then as soon as people started calling them gammons, they're like, how's my feelings?
Yeah. Oh, bless him. I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll be fine. Gammon. I like that.
That's pretty good. I don't really like gammon.
Ah,
I love all other pork, but gammon.
Oh, I'm down with gammon. A bit of gammon. Gammon not on a roast though, because it doesn't go well with gravy.
Mm.
Can't put gravy and gammon together, and you've got to have gravy on a roast. So
What kind of gravy?
Huh?
Do you make your own?
Yeah, it's half and half. Sometimes we do.
Yeah, I used to make my own, and then it wasn't thick enough, so I just put some gravy granules in it.
Yeah, that's kind of how we got it. Yeah.
I need to bulk this up.
Yeah, so I've made my own base, and then I'm gonna add the flavoury thickety bit. I can't be fucked with my corn flour and all that shit. I'm not picking it up with that. I can't do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I now just leave it on the stove for ages until half the water's gone. So
Yeah,
then
I
you
always
don't need
fuck
to put
that up, and
gravy.
then it ends up just being some sort of meaty jelly.
Yeah.
Well, vegetable jelly, but
Well, okay, yeah, well, I like the meaty one, so it sort of slides onto the plate and coats it.
Oh.
It's not the one.
what do you? I don't even know what you make meat gravy out of.
Well, you use
Bones,
stock, don't
bones,
you?
and
Yeah.
bones and oil, like skin.
Oil.
Well, oil comes out of it, like.
Gross.
Yeah, that's what you cook it in.
Bones and skin.
Yeah.
How's
And
that?
that's what we pour onto the flesh.
You do, I don't.
And my enemies.
Yeah. I mean, enemy.
From your castle.
That's it. Pour them over.
We ran out of oil, sir. What should we do? Like,
Gravy.
We've got some gravy.
we've got a lot of gravy.
Chuck some bouillon cubes.
Kill him.
Ah, we've got some duck stock. Now go on in.
Oh, duck stock sounds good.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so where the fuck were we going?
Favourite foods.
Oh, okay, favourite foods then.
What's your favourite food?
My favourite food? I know, it's a struggle really. It's such a massive general thing. I basically just like fucking garbage.
Just root like a badger,
fucking,
like.
just ruffling around like a fucking furry raccoon. It's just if I know it's fucking bad for me, like stuff like fucking big old meaty burgers. I do like chili cheese fries. I'm a fan of that. That is a fun combo.
Chili cheese fries.
Oh, but it makes the chips go so good.
Yeah, but I like that because they're juicy.
Yeah, but a good one. You got like a lot of chips around the outside as well. So you got your stiff fries for dipping into shit, and then you got the ones in the middle, and then like you work your way in, and then you just get that sort of like juicy.
I was thinking of it as more of like mixed in together, like chili mixed up with chips. You mean spaghetti bolognese, but instead of spaghetti, it's chips.
That's exactly. This is what I mean by fucking
with bolognese on it.
This is what I mean by garbage food. That's what I mean. It's just that. What is it? I don't know, there's bullshit with other bullshit on it. Like, good, fucking excellent. I like both of those things. Combine the twain, I am a fan.
I also do like bad food, but you know, just eat it, don't you?
It's fine.
You've concluded the episode there. Like, food, no,
it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Just eat it, didn't you? I suppose it's comfort food is probably my favourite types of food. Food that is like hearty and really filling and fucking terrible for you is my favourite.
Generally fast and easy, I guess.
Yeah, that's kind of it.
I'm a big fan of one pot food, or like as little. If I can just put everything in one pot and eat it afterwards, I'm really happy with that.
Slow cookers are banging for that, and that's one of the best things, the best sort of investments we ever made. Sort of slow cook, like
I always
slow cook chili or.
You're always slow cooking when I take the dog out.
Yeah, I do like a slow cook Thai curry sometimes.
That's not about that.
It's good.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Now, Hannah bought me. So one of my favourite foods is jerk chicken, because I love anything spicy, and I love something with a lot of flavour.
It's not chicken jerky.
No.
It's not like a chicken that's a dickhead. Fucking jerk.
So you're getting a lot of like Caribbean, like Jamaican.
No, I know. Yeah, I just.
But it's
not readily in my mind.
So
I don't need this information.
But one of the best things is if you go to like a place where they've got like the proper like oil drum, sort of like half oil drum.
Notting Hill Carnival, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and it gets all smoky. So Hannah.
You're rice and pea.
Rice and pea.
Yeah.
Boogle, come and sing along with me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she got me like a smoker, but like a stovetop smoker. Because obviously we live in London, so there's no fucking space to put anything.
A giant fucking smoker. You got some racks of lamb up there.
Yeah, we have no space in the living room, but we do have a giant smoker.
Where does the smoke go?
Well, this is the thing. It kind of comes with these like special. It's like wooden, like wood that you'd put on a barbecue, like to smoke stuff. But it's like they've treated so that it doesn't make as much smoke.
Okay.
So you just get these like little pellets. You sort of put it on the stovetop. That goes in the bottom. You get a rack on top of that, and then you put your meats in there. So so recently I've been doing like a lot of like jerk rub, and some like homemade Scotch bonnet sauce. Yeah, you rub that into the skin, get it nice and dry, and then like whack that in there, and then you leave it smoking for a good hour or something, and it comes out like you just got this nice smoky, petrol-y kind of taste. Petrol-y.
You lost me at petrol-y.
Yeah. Lost the room there.
It's
I love smoky flavoured things. Smoky is like the best flavour.
And it makes everything smell amazing. Like your house smells amazing afterwards, which is one of the best things.
Yeah, like donuts and smoked stuff are the two best flavours. Like we walk on the seafront, it's just all donut smells.
Yeah. Smoke nuts. What about smoke nuts?
That would be
too far.
Maybe I'd eat one.
Yeah.
You make it, I'll eat it, mate.
Yeah.
I like smoky flavours.
We've got a bowl of water here.
They work really well with
that melted really quick.
There's still some.
There's still some.
It's still good. You just need to filter it out somewhere.
Yeah.
Work out.
Yeah.
Smoking stuff is fucking fantastic. It works well. I never used to know you could smoke drinks as well. Obviously, I know you've got whiskey and stuff like that, but until I started doing it.
Do you do it with smoke or with like liquid smoke?
No,
actual smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get a smoke gun, fill it with like the flavoured pellets.
It goes through and like the bubbles come up.
Yeah. So you put it down a tube and you put it in like a giant. Was it a carafe?
Yeah. Well, like you put like half a bottle of wine in.
Yeah, we carafe. That might be the word. Yeah. I don't know.
I want to say carafe.
You might be right. We did it with amaretto.
I usually hate that.
Smoked amaretto sours. It was fucking banging.
What did you do the sours with? What was the sour
Lemon and lime.
Ah.
And egg whites.
Yeah, and egg white, yeah. And it was fucking incredible. And I'd never combined those two flavours in my, because I mean amaretto, I think it's kind of marzipan-y.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And then smoked marzipan seemed like a weird combo in my mind, but
Yeah.
it fucking worked really well together, and it was fucking glorious. Bit of hickory smoke.
Try it without the egg.
Oh yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, you can't really get synthetic egg white, I suppose.
These are loads of things you can use to replace.
Yeah.
Like, people use like flaxseed.
Yeah, you like soak it or something.
Yeah, you soak it and it turns into like jelly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would probably
Like
be
frog spawn or
sufficient
something weird.
replacement.
Yeah.
Good, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's nice. I've never tried it.
Yeah.
It's a replacement.
Yeah, I think my brother's done that.
Mm.
Like they get this stuff as well to like make vegan pancakes as well. They get sort of like yeast nutrient stuff, and you can sort of like you leave that to soak for a bit, and then you mix it in with your batter, and you make vegan pancakes. So it replaces the egg in that. No, that's pretty good. We had it out when we were out in Indonesia. It was
See, I'm not like bold enough to try to make those kind of things. I'll just stick with what I know: vegetables and rice.
Yeah, it's a massive amount of effort to go through.
Yeah,
sort of
so eat
thing,
some
and
pancakes.
it's not readily available.
It's also the sort of thing that like I can just go into the town and buy a vegan pancake.
Oh, they do that as well.
Well, there's stuff everywhere.
Bloody
Yeah,
hell!
you just-
Hastings is getting food.
Yeah, it's getting pretty
Madness.
good. Yeah, man.
So there's DFL's coming down and sorting it out.
Yeah, well, sort of.
Raising the rent prices,
Yeah.
kick you out, and then
Yeah.
it's nice food, but you can't afford it.
Trying to shut the whole old town.
This year about
After coming down before because of the old town.
this year me and about 10 of my friends were all removed from our houses.
Is that why? Like, is it because the rent prices going
No,
up?
selling.
Or just selling?
Selling
yeah.
to people coming from London.
Yeah.
That's it. Anyway, let's.
So what's your favourite food?
All of it. I like Italian food.
I like Italian food.
Because Italian food is usually tomato based. I like tomato based stuff.
Tomato-based stuff.
I like pasta.
It's basically like the anti-keto thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
it is.
all Italians have. It's just like, what do you put? I just put some pasta in it. So what else in it? I like bread and shit.
Yeah,
So like,
bread and pasta.
The bread and pasta is basically the staple stuff.
Cold meat and tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
They're alive. I mean, I don't know if they're healthy, but they're alive.
I don't know. I'm not sure if Italians look like old Italians. They just look weathered because of the weather.
Yeah.
Like they're just like leathery sometimes. Like shit. I'm not sure if you're like it's just your skin because you live in the sun,
Yeah.
or if it's because you're 175 years old. I'm genuinely not sure. They look like fucking
both.
sun-dried tomatoes. Yeah.
We leave them out there long enough, gather them up,
Put them in the gather them up.
and
chuck
put them
in.
on a nice little bit of
Whack 'em
bread
on a
and
pizza.
oil.
That's how they want to go.
Yeah. Take my body, put it on a pizza.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's the sort of stuff I live off, so I
Mm.
guess it's my favourite. Plus, you can do a lot of stuff, and you can change tomato sauces, so with just a small amount of change, you can make it
Yeah,
taste
yeah,
completely
yeah.
different.
Put a load of sort of, or put a bit of paprika and some chili powder and stuff like that, and then
Yeah.
you've got a more of a chili sort of side of things
Mm.
rather than like a bolognese sort of sauce.
Mm.
I was really surprised
And
to...
there's fake mince and stuff, so I can always make stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fake mincy stuff is so much better than things like the fake chicken.
Yeah.
But I don't even
Yeah.
bother with that shit anymore.
Fake
Except in stir
sausages.
fries, I found some banging
Those
ones.
fake sausages that we had earlier, those are really tasty.
Yeah,
Mm.
sausage casserole and kale mash.
Yeah,
It's good.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Hurt my tongue eating it.
Yeah,
I got kicked in the face at jiu-jitsu this morning.
I saw that. It was...
Yeah.
It wasn't painful, it just made me make some holes in my tongue.
Yeah.
The tongue is painful.
That's right.
So, all right. So favourite foods. Okay, Italian. Oh, so okay. So how about? So we sort of started talking about Italians then, like lifespan. Then Asian people live the longest.
I don't think that's true.
I think that's true. I'm pretty sure that's true.
I think that's true.
In general, Asians have a far longer lifespan than
I
Westerners.
know they're like healthy and shit, and they don't have a lot of diseases that we have.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you think that's because of diet?
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
eat super nice food.
Yeah.
I mean, and they eat weird shit, but
They do eat some
mostly
weird shit.
eat rice and vegetables.
Yeah. It's one of the things
A
that's
little
been
bit of
cited.
meat, but not a lot of meat.
Yeah, they're
Not
yeah.
like the amount of meat that
Yeah, we eat a
Western
lot
eat.
of that. Yeah, we eat that. Meat's much more massively readily
Well,
available
we-
and is in everything.
We base meals around meat,
Yeah, yeah.
and they just put a bit of meat in their meals.
Yeah. Yeah, I
They
think
base their meals around vegetables.
yeah, I think that's probably the truth, isn't it? Every meal that I've ever made, sort of like, oh, we can do, I don't know, got some sausage in the freezer, or got some meats in the freezer, or got some chicken in the freezer. What are we gonna have with it?
Exactly.
That is the thing that I'm working around.
Yeah.
So
They also have a lot smaller portion sizes. It's just one thing that people are saying that might be.
Do you think? Do you
thing.
not think they have a lot of them though?
Well, yeah, but like I think.
I've seen Naruto eat a hell of a lot of ramen.
Yeah.
that
Yeah, but that's what
documentary
I'm saying.
Naruto.
That's true, but
Yeah.
it's. Oh god, I fucking love ramen.
Yeah, ramen's so good.
I do
When you
love
get
Asian
real
food.
good-
Having ramen for dinner tonight. I'm well looking forward to it.
Oh,
Sounded like fun.
what we ate was my dinner. Like, that's the only food I'm eating today.
But yeah, like I mean, the thing is, like yeah, you know, lots more smaller bowls where like we tend to have one giant
We
plate,
have one giant plate,
fill the plate.
and they have lots of little bowls, and they'll eat, and they'll put stuff from all of them on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, lots of little bits. And I think in Japan, like one of the rules of thumb is that you eat until you're something like 70% full or something.
I'm sure I've heard this.
I've
and I
never
might
heard
be
that.
being accidentally racist, but
Don't be accenting.
no. But I thought it was a cultural thing that it's rude to empty your plate.
To finish.
To
like,
finish.
No,
I
it's
think
rude-
that's
your
rude
your
not-
host
I think-
takes it as a
I think
challenge.
it's rude not to in Japan.
I think that's China.
Yeah, I'm sure I heard something like that. So if you finish your meal, your host will then serve you more
Yeah.
because they feel it's a challenge. You're sort of saying, well, I'm
Yeah.
not full yet. I've
Yeah.
I've completed what you've given me. Give me more.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure if that's true or not, but
I've heard that before.
yeah, it's definitely a thing I've heard, but I don't know whether it's true or not. But I suppose that
Who knows?
sort of mentality would leave you just say, okay, I'll leave a little bit afterwards, and
Yeah.
maybe I am full.
I
It's got the whole
often,
plate.
yeah, I put a big fucking amount of food on, and I usually eat it all. I usually get very full about 3/4 of the way through, and I make myself eat the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
And I think that's. But a lot of people do that though. And they say like, well, I don't want to waste the food.
And I
or
also
whatever.
eat, I only eat once a day. You know, I only have 1 meal a day.
That's not good.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
That's a diet type, isn't it? It's
Intermittent
like,
I
fasting,
guess so.
intermittent fasting, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I don't do it. I don't do it intentionally. I've just always done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that concept of just having one large meal at the end of that, I can't remember the name of the diet, but it was certainly something that was sort of put forward as like a primal thing, because that's what humans used to do. You'd hunt during the day, you'd eat at night, you'd go to sleep, you wake up, you'd hunt during the day.
Yeah, if I have to like go out and do stuff, I'll try and eat something, but I have to eat something so small, because
Yeah.
otherwise it just hurts if I do anything.
Yeah, that
And
feeling.
if I'm going to
weighted
jiu-jitsu,
down.
I can't eat anything before jiu-jitsu.
So I say you definitely shouldn't. Yeah.
This morning I had like 5 grapes.
Yeah.
I was like, that'll keep me going.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Mm.
Didn't protect my tongue.
It did not.
You
Damn
should have
it.
kept all the grapes in your mouth.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Wine in the
that
mouth,
shit.
and then good to go.
Fine. And by the end of the day, you would have wine. I'm not 90% sure that's how fermentation works.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's all done in people's mouths.
Yes.
Wine's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's all these Italians and French
yeah.
people are just.
Yeah, they're either stomping on it or putting it in their fucking mouths.
Yeah, their spit bucket is basically.
You know what? I've never got on with wine.
I like wine.
I've never done it for
Only
me.
white wine.
Never once.
It's
I
a grower though. Like it's something that like you initially hate, and then you find one that you sort of go, oh, that's not so
Yeah.
bad, and then you
Right.
try a bit more.
I've not committed enough to it to maybe try some nice ones because I've only ever had like shitty red wine which just tastes like vinegar.
Yeah.
And that's immediately put me off a bit. I don't know, if it's like a family thing and everyone else has got wine, it's like, alright, I'll have a glass of cold white wine. But I
Yeah,
feel like a
that's
bit of
nice.
a milk because I'm not drinking this fucking angel piss. And I was like,
Oh,
I feel
man.
like,
We've gone for dinner. We've had wine, haven't we?
I don't know if we went quite that far, mate. It wasn't
Oh,
candlelight either.
I
But maybe
usually
maybe
do.
the
We
way
went
but maybe the way you're remembering it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
that,
beautiful
that,
way
is
you did.
that Isabella, like we've been to a few times in the
Yeah,
town.
wine.
And they got nice big,
Yeah.
like nice bottle of wine, big glasses.
Yeah, if I go out for pizza or pasta or anything, have
Yeah.
a bottle of wine.
Going out to eat is one of my favourite things to do.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's definitely getting easier for me now. The amount of people, the amount of choices there are. Because
Yeah.
before everywhere had one vegetarian thing, and it
Yeah.
definitely wasn't vegan.
You're getting a spicy bean burger.
No, it's just halloumi.
Oh, yeah, it's just
Every
bullshit.
single
Yeah,
place
fucking
is halloumi.
halloumi.
everything.
And no one cooks it. So
That's
it's
how
just
the shortage
raw,
started.
rubbery halloumi.
Squeaking in your mouth.
Yeah. So occasionally, like one in 10 would be cooked properly, and the rest of it was just raw halloumi in like a bowl of lentils. Like, It tasted good, but you know, you
Yeah.
can only eat that so many fucking times.
Yeah.
And that's everywhere that did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I think
They're
the
fucking
idea of-
lucky to get a bean burger, mate.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
I think it's eating together as a communal thing. I really enjoy
Well,
it.
we don't do that enough. I mean, I don't mean us, I mean everyone. You know what I really want to do? I want like our cafe. You know when you watch Sopranos, they sit and they eat all day. I want to sit in a cafe with all my friends all day and eat.
It's pretty good.
Oh,
Just
no.
like Sopranos.
How did that end again?
He gets shot in the back of the head.
Ah, okay, alright.
That's what happens when you
Just
eat
before
nothing.
the giant coronary attack.
It's fine. He never died of any like diabetes. Or
No,
anything.
no, that's it. Didn't
Just
get
got
He
shot
got
in the
out
back of the
quickly.
head.
the bullet got him quicker. Yeah, he was alright. He kept his foot. Why'd your foot get cut if you get diabetes?
What? Oh,
It's definitely a thing.
Yeah. It's
circulation.
Yeah,
Ah,
circulation.
okay, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like really dangerous to get like cuts and stuff in your legs and stuff because like
Anything that's further away from the heart. The further
Mm.
away from the heart that a cut is, the more likely it is to get infected. That's why they don't take blood from. They don't even like taking blood in the hands or the wrist. They take it as close to the heart as they can.
If you're a tall diabetic.
I
Fucked.
don't.
It's a bad combo.
really bad combo, probably. Everything's really far away.
Yeah, I can't help
Shit.
it. What you do is be a ball.
Huddle.
I'll figure out a solution, guys. I've got it covered.
Be a bull.
Be a ball. Be a ball. God, Nobel Prize en route, I would imagine.
It's like, that's fucking genius.
We'll
Why
just
didn't we
send
think
this
of that?
video in. We'll just send this video in as a.
Yeah, this will probably really help. Yeah, we just had that fucking drink, which was all booze.
with a giant bag of sugar at the front. Don't worry, guys.
Just gonna finish it by pouring it into
You're
my
gonna be
mouth.
able to.
It's alright, I'm a fucking bull.
This is gonna be the new fad diet. Guys, you're gonna love it. You're gonna be able to have a whole bag of sugar. You just crouch into a ball, and you're good to go. Your limbs, they won't run off.
It's all close to your heart. Close to your heart. Promotes flexibility.
Well,
Yeah, it's got to get your foot right there. Like, you've got to bring it all the way up. And
They just won't come back out though.
That's fine.
That's it.
That's alright, but you can eat that bag of sugar.
Who would
all about.
want to eat?
Rough with a spoon, mate.
I don't know, Demerara is pretty tasty.
I remember putting
I
sugar
got
on
wheat
my
mix.
cereal when I was younger.
Yeah, I'm like wheat
Yeah.
mix.
And how that was promoted as like a healthy thing to do. As
Was
a,
it?
not a healthy thing to do, but an okay thing to do.
Yeah, it's
Like, firstly,
definitely not
like,
okay.
So what's a good start to the day? Oh, cereal. What cereal? Cocoa Puffs. What do you mean, chocolate and puffed up rice?
Yeah,
No,
and sugar.
And sugar, yeah.
And then
put
add sugar on
put
the
sugar
sugar.
on top of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
was
would
like,
never do that. I'd
no
never put
wonder
sugar on
kids are
cocoa.
fucking mental. And that's
Yeah.
what they're full of in the morning.
Yeah.
So what'd you have? I don't know, just a
Bowl of sugar?
sugar with milk, sugar and milk. Yeah.
I don't know how teachers deal with it. I'd have to snap them all in two. It's just.
They're too small and bendy. It's just,
Yeah,
well,
they get enough sugar and they'll dry out.
Yeah. Well, it's not salt. They're not slugs.
Well, they're ruining my garden.
You just
right
put
now.
them out you put them into a gradually smaller and smaller room to eventually they run around and collide into each other. It's like the Large Hadron Collider.
That's it.
Just like smash them in and they just become one giant
just
child.
a donut corridor. Just leave them in
It's
there.
a
Yeah,
giant
forever.
circle pit.
Yeah, it's it. Just put them to a racetrack and wall it off. Say go.
What happens when two children collide into each other? What comes out?
An adult.
What, do they collide into a
They're
coat?
smashed. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. We'd like the alcohol, please.
Is that BoJack Horseman? The Vincent.
Hello.
Yeah. Amazing. Oh, that's a weird show. It is a weird show.
I've not seen all that. I've only seen a bit of it.
I think they released a new series about a couple of weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
We talked about cartoons last week, but you must not digress.
Yeah.
So two children equal an adult.
Yeah.
That's
If you
maths.
glue them together.
I'm pretty sure that's
Even
science.
back to back.
Back to back.
Like a.
Siamese twin.
Sort of like beetles attached to each other.
We don't. Well, they walk around on all fours, and
Yeah, even
every now and
way
again
you,
when
even
that
way
one
you
gets
throw
tired,
them, yeah, they just.
they
land
slam.
Ah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Smart.
Not very good at day-to-day tasks. Sitting in chairs is hard.
You just benches.
Benches, yeah.
Yeah, benches.
No
that you
backs.
move. No backs. No.
Stand.
Well, they've already got one attached to them.
Yeah.
Somebody
Well,
else's.
there's 2 backs.
Yeah. Do you
Feet-
sleep in
feet
shifts
gets
or at the
tired.
same time?
They sleep at the same time, but one sometimes dies.
Alright.
Suffocation.
What if one's a diabetic and needs to be a ball?
Then you've got a backpack.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can still go around. See
Yeah,
places.
it's fine.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Solved a lot of problems today.
I can't hold a lot.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Just in the hands.
Yeah, just like maybe like a
In
flag.
the teeth. Be a sovereign nation. What? This has got like sillier than I ever would have imagined.
so food.
Oh yeah.
Wait, were
Food.
they beetles? Beetle Nation?
Beetle nation.
Are
Insect nation. Beetles. Spiders.
I've like. Were they humans or they beetles?
You're humans,
Oh.
but they're like beetles.
Did you ask if
That
you were
was
a
it.
human? Was I a human? Am I a human or am I a beetle? I've been rumbled!
Scurries away.
Out the wall.
Hides under the bed. It's like, fuck it. It's got under the bed.
This is just ridiculous. What is happening? Where did we even get to? I'm glad we kept this list to keep us on track.
Favourite
There
food.
is. I guess snacks next.
Snacks.
No.
No? What was
It is next.
Snacks. Yeah, snacks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Snacks.
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 I try to avoid. Well, recently, well, in the last couple of years, I've tried to avoid snacking as much as you.
Yeah, you also lost like 10 stone.
Well, there we go. Well, yeah, maybe not 10 stone.
Alright,
about
8
15
stone.
kilos.
What?
What?
You said at one point you were like 24 stone.
Oh yeah, that was when I started kickboxing. Yeah, that was like a few years ago. That wasn't
Still.
that wasn't diet that did that. Like that was just like learning.
Actually
Apparently, if
moving
you
stuff.
move, then
How
yeah,
many? 20?
20 about 24 stone. Yeah,
Fucking
Six-
hell.
16
It's
now.
like 10
Yeah.
stone more than me.
yeah. It was.
Well, I'm
heavy,
15 and he's 16 and
Yeah.
you're 14.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're quite considerably shorter than us, though.
Yes. The 14 stone is maybe a problem.
You're the same weight as us if you were the same height as us, right?
Yeah.
Nothing would change.
I am dwarven in stature though.
Yeah.
I'm a lot wider.
You got short, stubby arms.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm easier.
Well, this is becoming a personal attack.
Diabetes ain't a problem for me because everything's
You're
close.
already a bull.
I'm already a bull.
I got these long things.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're rotting off.
They keep. Yeah. The thing is, they grow so far away from me. I won't even be able to smell it or notice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just going to be just like
You're just gonna go.
fetid.
Oh, what did that happen? It's all gangrenous.
Gangrenous.
so
Gangrenous.
but snacks, good snacks that I started like jerky and stuff like that. I started getting quite into, like biltong.
Good. That's not healthy, is it?
Yeah, I mean it's just meat.
dried meat. Yeah,
Is
it's
it
just,
too-
just
lots of salt?
proteins. Salt's not bad for you.
If you have a lot of it.
If you have a
salty,
fuckload of it, yeah, but I'm not like I'm going to do that sugar at the end of the episode. I'm not going to cane in a lot of it.
You are going to do it. I thought you were just saying.
That was the
I'm not,
finale.
I'm not actually. Yeah,
He's doing it now. He said it.
I'm not doing it.
He is.
But I think you'd have to have a lot. Salt's essential. You need salt. It's a mineral
Yeah.
that you need in your body.
I know.
But so yeah,
Bitch.
having a
Sure,
snack
man.
with some salt in it is
I
much
put,
better.
I put salt on my chips. I'm not a monster.
A bunch of most snacks seem to have sugar in it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like dried fruit. I thought, I could be really healthy.
Oh,
I'm gonna
fair
get a load of
enough,
dried fruit, and I fucking saw the back of it. I was like, shit, me, I may as well be eating Mars bars. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's crazy.
it was mental. And the thing is, I thought in my head, it's like, I'm being really good.
I mean, you are. It's got lots of cool vitamins and shit. That
Oh,
your
for
body
sure.
likes.
Yeah, you've got that, but
Which
it was
Mars bars don't tend to have a lot of vitamins.
caramel's a vitamin.
But then at that point, like you're better off having fresh fruit, right? Because it's sort of
For
like
sure,
because
yeah.
then you're getting the fibre, which
That's
like
it,
helps
yeah, yeah.
with a lot
You're
of
still
those
getting the
sugars.
fibre from the dried fruit. Isn't it just less
think-
water?
Yeah, but then it's also more concentrated sugar. Because
Yeah,
the sugar's
true.
then concentrated down into
Yeah, well, I
sort
wouldn't
of,
like
form, right?
if I've got a pack of dried apricots that are like that big.
You wouldn't eat.
Then
you
there's
wouldn't
like
eat-
17 in there.
Yeah, you
I
wouldn't-
wouldn't eat 17 apricots.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Because I'd be
Yeah.
shitting through the eye of a needle mostly. Like, it'd be fucking horrendous. What?
There are phrases I have not heard before.
Oh, really?
coming up.
Yeah, I thought
Shit through the eye of a needle.
that's fairly common.
Well, it's 71. I'm
Yeah,
not
but
wearing my
yeah,
glasses. It's just
Dried
like
fruit was
throwing me off. That's
was
fair.
one.
Yeah.
No, I've heard
HD.
something.
Yeah, you're wrinkly and old.
No.
I love you. I'm sorry.
No.
You're. Oh, you are older than me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not by much.
yeah.
2 months.
Oh, fuck's sake.
No, it's like 6 months. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
someone told me a couple of years ago about bananas or some shit. They were like, oh, it's a certain amount of calories if you eat a banana, but if you put it in a smoothie, just on its own, you just vaporize this fucking banana and then have it. You would just blend it.
Yeah.
And then you have this banana and you drink it. There's more calories that way.
Yes.
And I just went,
No, it is.
yeah, that's it. And at the time, I went bollocks. So what the fuck are you talking about? It's the exact same thing in a slightly different format. And when you chew a fucking banana, it breaks down so much anyway. But that's not how it works because your body takes in the sugars for it differently if it's a smoothie versus if you take it down in fibrous form, like in its initial matter. So you can't
Sounds
absorb
insane to
that.
me.
Like, yeah, it sounds fucking mental to me about it. And I got really irritated by it because this person was fucking adamant, and I have since had to go back to them and fucking apologise because I was being such a dick about it.
Yeah, and rightly so.
Yeah, and I was sort of...
Because it sounds absurd.
It sounds absurd.
ridiculously, yeah.
But
I was
it's
sitting there
one of
going, what the... Are you a fucking moron? Like, I maybe didn't go quite that far.
You fucking
but
dickhead.
I was definitely... Yeah, didn't go into fisticuffs. I wasn't, like, militant enough about it, like, that it really came to blows, but I was definitely being super fucking dismissive.
It's the church of juicing.
It's like, you're full of fucking shit, mate. What the fuck are you talking about? How can that even possibly be true? Think about it. And then I went and looked it up, and like people that are far smarter than I am basically said what she said, and I went, fuck.
Fuck.
And then the next day at the work, it's like, you know all that shit I said yesterday? My bad. It turns out that is actually correct, and this is actually why. Because she didn't understand. She didn't tell me the reason between
You looked it up so you could prove her wrong, though. So
yeah,
you could go in the
sure,
next day and be like,
100%.
look.
Yeah, exactly. I was
Something a dick
sitting there
has.
fucking googling.
Like, oh no.
Yeah, I had that.
Oh,
moment
no.
in my face. It's like, fuck. So how can that be true? And then I looked at it and it's like, oh, I guess.
See,
that kind of
you
makes
didn't get
sense
much
now.
pushback from me. I just believe it.
Yeah, I don't know. I must have been in a weird militant mood, but it seemed bonkers to me.
Yeah.
It seemed to me like she was saying, right, if you have one shoe in one hand and then you put it in your other hand, now it becomes two shoes.
Yeah.
That was what I was like,
Yeah,
how
like-
can one
like a
thing
heavier shoe
now
or
be
something.
more or less than a thing because of it, its content? And then that I was like, oh right, okay.
I mean, no, it doesn't really make sense to me. I mean, I get the fact that if it's like more mushed up, then maybe your stomach lining absorbs it quicker or in a different way.
Well, also you haven't broken down all the fibers.
It's the enzymes and the fibre.
So like the with all the fibers intact, like it's then going to pass through you before like digesting.
Oh, so like what your saliva does to the food.
Yeah, it doesn't
when
have a
you
chance
chew
to do
it.
that because it just
Ah,
goes
okay.
rough.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I believe that.
Yeah, but I didn't have this conversation with her. All I heard was like, more calories this way, down this way, and that was the
Can't explain that.
that was the information that came into me, and my reaction was, don't be a fucking moron. Like, obviously not.
And
like, no,
we
I
are the
don't-
morons.
I don't know how it works, but that is how it is. It's like, this doesn't make any fucking
This
sense.
is why these juicing diets that like sort of started in America. All the infomercial channels. It's like,
So-
oh my god, this great new juicer, blah blah blah.
So if you got a banana smoothie and you put it in your mouth and you swished it around a bit and then swallowed it, it would be like the same
well,
thing.
no,
Like,
because it's also broken down the
the
fibers.
blender's
So it'd
already
be
done.
closer,
I guess.
No.
quicker than just shotting it.
Yeah, but
it's
it's
not the speed of which you're drinking it. It's the
Yeah.
fact that you've already broken the banana down into into the form that it would be at the end that your stomach would have done. So you've bypassed that breaking down process that your body would have to do,
Yeah.
in which you get you absorb actually the good parts of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not just enzymes in the mouth, but it's like the breaking down of it throughout your body. So like
I get it.
it's just so quick and easy to digest like that way.
Yeah, I did smoothies for a bit and it made me feel a lot better. But I think I just wasn't eating anything and then I was eating loads of smoothies. Like, no, I just have like a smoothie. So instead of only eating dinner, I would have a smoothie in the midday
Yeah.
and then eat dinner later. And I felt better. But
Was it all fruit or?
It was seeds, kale,
Yeah.
fruit.
I think that's the trick with smoothies: is hiding fucking horrible tasting shit
Yeah.
and just
Well,
wanging a
that's
load of blueberries on top of it. And yep, that's fine.
Oh, God.
Kale, garlic, ginger,
Carrot.
I don't
chia
like-
seeds, carrot.
I
Blend the
hated
fuck out of it.
blue-
It just tastes like blueberries.
I hated blueberry.
Go alright, fucking strawberries, raspberries.
Well, no, it's
whatever your
'cause-
favourite is.
Heroin.
What?
Raspberries, blueberries, heroin.
Yeah. All on the same list, right? All bad for you.
So I went down to the shops.
I came back with a bag of
heroin.
yeah. Bloody hell, did
Upon it.
A pun of heroin. Come from good British farms.
Fucking gammons.
Well,
fuck was I saying?
Oh, no, it's because I used to buy frozen fruit for the smoothies, because then you don't have to add ice.
Yeah, that's fucking easy, isn't it? Yeah,
You
I
just
like that.
stick a load of because I just have
Smart.
bags and bags and bags of it, and it's so much cheaper than buying fresh fruit, and it lasts forever. I've still got bags of it, and I stopped eating those smoothies 2 years ago. I've still got bags of
They
fruit.
might have gone freezer burnt by now.
No, fine.
Really?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, okay.
The freezer's moved house. It's defrosted and refrosted. It's fine. They're
It's pretty
fine.
well travelled fruit.
Yeah, sure. I still eat it. I'm gonna put it in a crumble one day.
Ooh.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Some people think it's weird when I'm wandering out and take the dog out for a walk, and sometimes I'll pick a blackberry off the bush and eat it.
That's not weird.
That's not weird.
I know that's not weird.
I mean,
know
I don't
that's
do
not
it,
weird.
but it's
Yeah.
not weird.
Yeah, I think that's fine. So
Yeah.
blackberry.
Nature fruit. What?
Yeah.
That's the best thing
I
in
put
the
it in my
world.
mouth. Sometimes you see a juicy one. It's about head height, so I know it's not been pissed on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
Oh,
Well,
that's not what you were gonna say.
just turn into it. No, I would do that if the plants weren't prickly.
Yeah.
you come out, it's like, oh, you got a lot of juice in your face.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's
no, it's just
blood.
covered in blood. Just gonna, just like tickling down. Just like, the entire thing had all thorns in my mouth. It's like, worth it.
Delicious.
Not the one. But yeah, I think that's a nice thing to be able to do. Right,
Yeah,
just
it's
pick it
nice.
up.
Hit it.
I wish we had more fruit, fresh fruit growing around town and around the parks and that. They're not allowed to do fruit trees and stuff.
I'm sure I saw a place where they do that, don't they? It's probably fucking like Norway or something, because they all seem to be doing good
Somewhere
shit.
cool.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and Nordic.
One of the Scandinavian countries, they're always sort of like, we have peach trees in all of our parks.
Let's
Everyone
not
just
be
have free peaches.
Bastards to our civilians.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, and it's it just feels like a weird thing to. Seems like it would be something cool to do, but again, I think that misconception maybe that fruit is really healthy for you, and perhaps it needs to be in moderation. I feel a lot of people they have a couple of fruit smoothies in a day, and they'll be like, yeah, today I've had 4 punnets of strawberries, 7 handfuls of blueberries, 2 bananas in each smoothie, an apple and a pear. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, like that is
That's probably too much.
it's natural sugar, fair enough, but your body still goes, it's fucking sugar. Like,
I'll eat like I'll get like a couple of boxes of grapes and like some cherries and strawberries like once a week, and I'll try and eat them throughout the week.
Yeah.
Just normal amounts of fruit.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem.
Like
with
sometimes I have a
juicing.
banana when I wake up in the morning or whatever. Like
When people go juke, then they go to
better
their
toast.
juicing. Yeah, for sure.
I love toast.
What about banana and toast? I fucking love that.
I love
do
butter
love
too
banana
much.
toast.
No, but you can have that too.
I butter and banana.
Yeah, it's nice. Like
I've not tried it, but I will.
the best way to do it as well is that the toast has got to be quite like not too like light. Like make it a bit darker, load of butter, and then you chop up the
But
banana, mush it into it. It's bloody amazing.
What do you mean? I mean, what do you mean a bit burnt?
Not burnt, but like don't have it anemic.
I only have granary bread. I don't really eat granary bread.
Yeah, no, I mean like when you toast it, don't like some people like don't toast it very much.
Oh no, I have to have it quite.
Yeah, I'm going to
Yeah.
toast it, I'm going to fucking toast it.
Yeah. Plus the toaster here burns everything, so it's fine.
You can change the setting.
Yeah. I know. This is the
Yeah,
thing.
the degrees of toastiness.
But
You change it. Yeah.
it's trial and error. Isn't it?
Well, it's the time that it toasts it for.
The degrees of toastiness. Yeah, same thing.
I mean, yes, sometimes I'll be
Two
impatient and I'll push the button and
How much
it'll
toastiness do
come
you like? About 3. 3 toastinesses.
up. It's just layers.
Huh?
Layers of toasting.
Layers of toastiness.
Yeah, it just looks like CPU cores.
It was minutes.
No, it is. I just said.
CPU cores. Generally sound like you know what you're talking about. CPU cores. Oh yeah, with the wingwangs. Yeah. So, yeah.
It's quantum fluctuations in
Yeah,
the toast cores.
The Nexus.
And the nexus allow the toast to become more organic.
Yes, that's right. Leads to a very holistic
Organic.
cooking
We haven't talked
experience.
about that.
Yeah.
Organic food.
So I used to kind of think that organic was bollocks. Like they just put organic on anything.
Yeah, that's
As
double the price. That
Yeah.
seems to be the move.
There are
But-
some places that do labels have as organic that isn't.
Yes. so what I have found out from Hannah
Can I
is
just get clarification? So organic is that hasn't been fucked with about pesticides.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
what
that's
organic is?
Yeah.
well. Also,
Ah.
so this is the thing. So I just was like, organic just means it's like naturally made and and just whatever.
Yeah.
But like, so Hannah, like, she works for a lot of charities and is very in touch with sort of like animal rights and things like that. So organic, and especially you got to look out for EU certified organic,
Right.
means that it addresses certain laws of saying like, right, well, not horribly treating animals or like doing really bad things to fruit
Right.
and veg. So it's actually it's kind of like a standard
Yeah,
thing
okay.
instead. So not battery farmed like chickens and
Battery farmed broccoli.
tomatoes.
yeah, but yeah, I mean, yeah, like, you know, different rules for meat and veg, but basically it just says like there's a certain level of standards that you can guarantee this hasn't
Okay.
done this. Though
Yeah.
you do have to look out for the bollocks organic
Yeah.
things that just like, well, it says organic, but there's no actual certification.
Yeah, I actually meant literally just shops say things are organic when they're not.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've,
So-
I've run into that.
So if it says EU certified, it means there's a level of
Okay.
quality
Organicness.
and organicness,
Yeah.
and just not like doing horrible shit to animals and
Okay.
vegetables. So
Punching chickens, which
Yeah.
you already said you're up for, so fuck you all. It's
Like-
hardly vegetarian then.
A couple a day.
No.
What?
yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't punch
Private conversation, don't worry about us.
Yeah.
Can you like fuck off a
Yeah, no, sidebar.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's okay. So if that's what organic means, then so there was that big scare about GMOs, wasn't it?
Mm.
GMOs was the fucking baddie.
Love genetically modified food.
Everything's fucking genetically modified that you fucking eat.
I've got to say,
Fucking
though,
everything.
I've got to say, I do wish carrots were still purple.
Yeah. Well, you can't get them on Halloween.
Then they dyed purple.
Because they're
No, no,
GMO,
no, 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 no.
they've modified them to make them purple again.
The problems with genetically modifying food, it depends. You can make, there are things that you can do to them which are bad, obviously.
Mm.
You can, there's a lot of things that in the processes of things, especially when you're using pesticides as well,
Yeah,
that can produce carcinogens.
yeah.
And that's where you have bad shit. But like
Yeah.
all the other stuff is great. It means we have like normal looking food.
That's it, yeah, it gets that blanket thing. It's like, all GMOs are bad. It's like, no, not all GMOs are bad.
If you,
It's
didn't
just
eat,
the same
if you
as-
didn't eat anything genetically modified, you wouldn't eat much at all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Rice.
What's the one in
Sorry,
Africa?
shouting
Rice. What's the in Africa? Is it Africa that made this like is it a golden rice or golden something? It's like a golden staple food where they've genetically modified it to have more nutrition,
Oh.
so that they're staple because
I read about that the other day.
Oh,
Yeah.
so because there's so they get more nutrition per serving. than a
Exactly.
standard.
It has
Yeah.
nutrients that isn't usually in things as
Yeah.
well.
Oh,
It's like a
fortified.
super meal.
Yeah.
See?
It's like a meal that has.
That's some good GMO.
Yeah, that's what we. This is
Yeah.
what I want. Look, if I could just eat one meal, like that had everything I needed in for
Yeah.
the week or the day, that'd be so fucking
That'd be-
perfect.
yeah,
Because I
that'd
never
be-
know what to put in stuff, so I just put everything in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I buy a
It's
load.
not bad.
I buy a load of fucking frozen veg, some fresh veg, and I just put it all in a pot and I'll cook it until it's done, and I eat it.
I have an idea.
Oh.
Ancestry.com diets. So you send your DNA off to Ancestry.com, who track your they've got your DNA, so they track
And they
your
tell
full
you what your
heritage,
diet.
and they track your medical conditions that you're more
Oh, and then
susceptible
they say
to,
what diet
and
you
they
should
tell
have.
you what you should eat.
Yeah, that
What would be
sweet.
good for you.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think any good
You're
nutritionist
welcome.
should be able to tell you what to eat.
Yeah, well, who's a good fucking nutritionist? Any cunt who's on a 3-day course is a fucking nutritionist. Like every prick on Facebook's a PT.
What's the PT?
Personal
Personal
trainer.
trainer.
There's 87,000 of them in fucking Hastings alone. Like everyone's a fucking PT.
Only 90,000 people live in Hastings.
That's it. Yeah. I lifted a
All
weight
personal
once. I'm a PT. Like you know, I read up a
Hey
lot
man, I
once.
did
I'm
this
a
once.
PT.
I'll
Yeah.
show you
I
how
put
to do it.
PT on my name after Facebook. I'm a PT.
Well,
There's a fuckload of it.
They sound like
Yeah.
dickheads.
Some of them are nice enough,
I've not,
guys.
I've not run into this at all. I've not seen it at all.
It's
But I've never been to a
fucking
gym in my life, so I don't know.
rampant. Yeah. I mean, there are some fucking fantastic trainers in Hastings.
Zach.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, he's fucking fantastic. Rich, James. Yeah, there's
James.
fucking loads of them. There's,
Oh, they all go to jiu-jitsu. They're the only ones I know.
There's fucking tons of them. I'm not going to sit here and go through all of them, but then there are the shitty ones that, you know, I did a course once, or I, qualified BTEC at college for football, so I'm a PT now.
One Punch Man.
Well, Ed.
Ed.
Yeah.
Oh right. It was like, you know that anime? It's like he's a personal trainer.
Joe
training
Slaps back
people
into
how
house
to punch
week.
people really hard.
No, he's just this like sick,
Yeah, he's not a
sick
PT.
freestyle kickboxer guy
Yeah.
who does loads of cool shit. But he's always on Facebook telling that saying shit about fat personal trainers.
While he's like eating Krispy Kreme donuts.
Yeah, but this guy's in insane
It's
shape.
ridiculous.
And he just like backflips like into bed, like.
With a couple of.
He could do that, and he probably would if he watches this video, which he won't. But if he did, he'd probably just put a video of him backflipping into bed and then.
I'm expecting that as a video reply.
I suppose that's probably a good example as well, because I mean he takes the piss out of sort of eating Krispy Kremes and eating donuts and shit like that, but he does it in moderation. Yeah. And well, plus he trains like a fucking savage, which I suppose helps. If you burn 5,000 calories a day, then yeah, fuck it, have that KFC.
Yeah,
Fair
enough.
Go for
You've
it.
earned it.
Yeah,
treat yourself.
Yeah, but you could. Yeah, it's also another thing about like calories per day is not that important, but calories per week is.
Oh, really?
If you go to the gym like twice a week, you don't have to go to the gym every day.
No.
But if you have,
in fact, you shouldn't.
Yeah, no, it's
so
very bad.
rest is super important.
Yeah. You have to have a calorie deficit per week, not per day. Per day is unrealistic. Plus, your body generally works on about a 48-hour clock anyway. So things like nutrients, you need to eat every 2 days the amount of nutrients that you need for those 2 days. So you don't need to eat all the nutrients in one day.
Yeah.
You need to eat them over like a 48-hour period. That's a guideline, right?
Yeah, I mean I count. So when I'm cutting weight for competition, I count the calorie. I do daily calorie deficits, and I always have a fucking massive deficit, enormous. So I think it was 2,500 intake for men per day. Is that the rough guideline? Sure, off the top of my head.
2,500. Yeah.
2,500.
I usually only have about 1,000, but somehow I'm still getting 1,000.
So 2,500. Then I'll usually train. I walk quite a lot over the course of the day as well, so I tend to burn an additional, I don't know, maybe 1,000 to 1,500 on top of that, but I'll only take in about 1,500 calories worth. So I'm at a deficit of about
1,000.
more than that, about 2,000. So that's casually how it works.
Especially when you go for like cross country walks and shit.
Yeah, but cross country runs and shit, like, you know, what I mean, they'll go out running for fucking ages, you know, jiu-jitsu and then judo after, jiu-jitsu and wrestling after.
Jiu-jitsu is significantly harder than running.
Yeah, well it is, but I can't do jiu-jitsu on my own, I'd look weird. It would just be me flopping down across the seafront, just like
grappling, like
still get fucked me out of me probably. But yeah, that's rapid weight loss in a really short amount of time, plus dehydration on top of it.
It's like 80% water weight that
I was gonna say, yeah. So is it because I've heard about this thing like with fighters? Well, they dry themselves out basically, and like
but first you water load.
Yeah,
so how much? You talk us through.
So you water load the week before.
Yeah.
So the week up to the
like drinking just shitloads of water.
Essentially excess water for 1 week.
Close to about 6 to 8 litres a day.
That's a lot of fucking water.
So it's a lot of fucking water. So you're filling.
I have about 3 to 4 a day.
Yeah. You're filling your body up with the water on the run up to it, so that your body gets used to having excess water in it. So that when it expels water, it's like, we've got fuckloads of water, fucking get rid, so you're sweating more.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, fucking Austin in now.
Sweating one out. Smell like sweaty balls.
Drink through it. Okay, so you on the week before.
You can drink it.
Breathe it in.
Drink the air.
So the week before you cut up, and you also have salt with a lot of meals as well. So because obviously salt is naturally helps you dehydrate. So you have salt with all your meals, but you're counteracting it by water loading at that point. The day before the weigh-ins for the fight, which is sometimes the same day as the day before the fight, you would then you'd have like a salt bath, like ridiculously fucking hot. So like Epsom salts. After that point, I've done Epsom salt baths before. I like to have a bath before competition. It's like my little routine.
Yeah.
Makes me feel a bit more relaxed. Yeah. I'll have a little beer in the bath sometimes.
Keep your muscles like all together. You know, if you have a shower, it's just a bit of your body that's getting a bit loose.
Yeah.
If you soak for a bit, your muscles will get nice and loose.
I do fucking love a bath.
I only do it very.
I haven't had a bath in a long time.
It's so nice.
Like if you can load up YouTube on your like phone or something.
That's it.
My shower's about that deep. I suppose I could just lie on the
floor in it. I'm a circle.
A circle.
A ball.
I'm a 3D circle.
I'm a 2D sphere.
All of a sudden enter the second dimension.
Flatlanders!
How do I get out of it?
Damn Flatlanders.
Oh, God's sake, call a scientist.
Yeah, well, we did that last week.
Hey.
No, we just said those words.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You weren't
So,
here.
No.
You're here now.
I am here.
Dehydration. So Epsom salts in your body as well, and after that point you stop drinking water, and then you
How many hours before the fight you
sweat it
stop?
out. So well, it's before the weigh-in,
the weigh-in,
not
sorry,
necessarily the fight. It's usually about. It depends on the fighter. It depends how much they've got to lose, because some of them have a 25, 30 pound weight cut. I think someone like Darren Till, who walks around at about 205, 210 pounds, but fights at 170 pounds.
Yeah.
That's nearly a 40 pound. He's nearly quartered his, like taken a quarter off of his body weight.
Yeah. And is this just to get into different brackets?
Mm-hmm.
So at some point, is it
When
maybe
they
you don't
actually
need
fight-
to really worry about it?
When they actually fight, they're fighting at like 205.
Yeah.
So therefore, you fight.
But you weigh it less.
You weigh once.
You weigh in
Yeah.
at a certain amount. So basically, you've
Then you
proven.
rehydrate for that 24-hour
Yeah.
period, or
Yeah.
hopefully.
You weigh in at the fight at your weight, your fight weight, and you weigh that amount for the amount of time it takes to step on the scales.
Yeah.
The second you get back off, you fucking get your
Something
Like
like
drinking
yeah,
glass.
electrolytes and all that shit going in. They used to do it with
Lucozade.
IVs.
Fucking
They're not allowed
some
to do that
people.
anymore.
Some people get carried onto the scales, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Cyborg would be
People have
probably the
died,
biggest
like,
example.
It
Fuck
sounds
people
really unhealthy.
It's
And,
super
like,
bad for your kidneys.
It's so
It's-
bad for you.
Kidneys
Yeah.
do
So
not like
bad.
that shit.
and
It,
what I don't
it
get
also,
is that, like,
it makes fat around your heart and your kidneys and all that stuff.
yeah, that doesn't sound great.
No,
That's
it's all
really
bad.
bad.
And like at some point, like
Dehydration
isn't
is
it
just
just
really
a
bad.
bracket? Like you got heavyweight and then like super heavyweight.
Well, there
Do you
is.
just not need to just get below that,
But
and
when
then that's
you're
it.
but when you're fighting
Yeah,
somebody,
yeah, but they.
if you're on the same
Quite
level as
close.
someone, you're always going to try and seek an advantage.
Mm.
And going in there weighing an ex. So if you fought at 170 pounds, say, or let's use the fucking UK weights. If you fight at 91 kilos,
No, let's just say, like, Darren Till, we're just saying,
Okay,
Darren Till
yeah,
walks around at 205, but he fights at 170. If he
Yeah.
was to fight someone at 205, those guys are fucking 230 pounds plus.
yeah.
In,
Mm.
at,
But
on
I
fight
guess-
days.
I guess
So
the
they're
argument would be-
massive.
Yeah.
But so one FC are doing something now where they're not allowing people to dehydrate. They're doing hydration tests through their camp.
Yeah,
so they're not
I-
allowing them to do that, which is a
Yeah.
fucking wicked idea.
Yeah.
They're
It
saying
means
like
that everyone fights at their weight.
that's it. They're
So
saying
they'd
yeah.
have to push the weights up a lot.
It sounds like a really mental, unhealthy thing that it's become this like culture to
It's
do.
insane.
It shouldn't be.
Well, it
Like,
became that way because of boxing, but boxing has a weight class every like 7 pounds.
Yeah, it's
In
not
MMA,
hard.
sometimes you're talking about like
20
of
pounds.
20, 30 pounds.
Yeah,
What's
this-
the
I mean,
biggest
this is
gap?
kinda what I was
170 to
thinking, right?
185 to 200, a 20 pound weight gap.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
probably the biggest weight gap you can see. And 20 pounds is a fucking lot. And these aren't guys with like weight to lose. These guys are fucking shredded anyway.
Yeah.
There's barely anything of them except
I mean,
you see, obviously.
20
so.
pounds, that's more than the difference between me and
It's
you.
2 newborn babies. 2 big newborn babies.
2 large breasts.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, like, massive
Yeah.
breasts.
Yeah, that's heavy.
£10 breast is a big breast.
Yeah.
£10
Bigger than our
Kiss
breasts.
album.
Talk about a £10 big breast. That was not
That's not
Kiss.
Kiss.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know Kiss.
Oh, I
Really.
do.
You'd love Kiss.
What?
And
Did
you and
say-
Max love
Did you
Kiss.
say I would love?
No, you love Kiss.
You'd love Kiss.
You'd
You
love,
love Kiss.
You'd love. You look like someone that would love
You've
Kiss.
You've never heard them, but you'd love
I think
them.
it's this brand new band called Kiss.
Knights in Satan's Service. Is that what it stands for?
Oh, I've never even thought
Oh, I did
about
not know
it.
Really? No, I
That's
thought
definitely-
that was a thing. Knights in Satan's Service.
I mean, it sounds
That
alright.
sounds
they're all
like it
mental.
was something that was... No, they're not mental, they're just really good businessmen.
Mm.
That sounds like something that might have been applied to it.
One of them's a really good
It
business.
might
Two
be
of them are
retroactive
really good.
applied.
Paul Stanley as well, I guess.
The other two
Probably.
have been changed 100 times.
Yeah,
because
that's
they're
it.
Fucking
Because no one
wasters.
cares. Yeah.
No, it's because they did... Well, they're...
Because no one can tell they changed them. They've all got the same faces.
As they put this,
Well, actually,
it's
well,
getting really
wait,
big and hairy.
No, because obviously Peter Criss was a cat, but then
Yeah.
I think Eric Carr was a fox.
That's
I don't know, that's all my point.
some bullshit. Jesus Christ. How the fuck did we get into this? Where the fuck are we? Food facts.
Oh, I
Food
have
facts.
nothing for food facts. I
Well,
couldn't
I
find
saw
a single
my
fucking
banana
fact.
fact was a
Oh,
food
listen.
fact.
That was a good fact.
That's
Todd.
good.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Here to help.
Did you come up with any food facts?
I got some food facts.
Nice.
Yeah, that's some food facts.
So one thing that was, I guess it was a few years ago now, the Fukushima incident in Japan.
Yeah.
One of the greatest things that, well, it's not one of the greatest things about a horrible natural disaster, not natural disaster, but a horrible disaster.
Wait. Hello?
Hello?
Just stick it on the floor, man. Yeah.
Boom.
Ah.
So one of the things that came out of the disaster is the way that they were trying to explain radiation.
Okay.
And one of the things that I loved about that is they came up with a unit called the BED, which is the banana equivalent dose.
I heard about this.
What? So bananas, because bananas have potassium in them, they're always slightly radioactive.
Yeah. Did you know about bananas are radioactive?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of radiation per banana. So you can measure radiation.
So we'll have one of those little,
bananas.
what are they fucking called?
Geiger counter.
Geiger counters. And they
Yeah.
held that up to a bunch of bananas. If it was a sensitive one,
Yeah,
it would
you
actually
get a little.
If it was a sensitive banana. Don't kill me!
I know I'm radioactive, just fuck off.
Take my ionising radiation. Take it.
I'm good for you. As long as you don't put me in a smoothie.
Because then you'll get fat.
Eat me whole.
Don't rot you in my hole and chug the entire
Deep
thing
fry
down.
it,
Yeah. Eat it like a seagull. Just
That's the best way. Raw. It's like,
don't
raw
even take the
diets.
skin off.
Oh,
So anyway, so with this.
Yeah, because there's like amount of potassium in bananas, that's like radioactive. They measured that the radiation that was being pumped into the sea from the Fukushima Daiichi power plant was the equivalent of 76 million bananas.
What the fuck?
Who could imagine
What
that
a
many
weird
bananas?
scale.
It's a big, you've been to Morrison's.
They're all hanging up, like, someone behind the cage, like, trying to hang them up.
Cage, the banana cage.
The banana
That's what I
cage.
called it. I shit you not, when I worked there,
There's no cage anymore.
I know, well, fuck it, there was the banana cage and
They-
they hung them
they're
up.
now-
actually-
they're now
I actually
free
do
range.
remember that.
Sometimes you had to go
That's
into the
quite
banana
like it,
cage.
yeah.
Yeah. Spent a lot of time in the banana cage.
On the floor.
Huh? What? Being a bull.
Oh God! We're about to eat sugar.
You fight this diabetes away.
How much did you sleep at Morrison's? As a percentage of your total time there?
I never slept, bruh. No, I never slept
I
there.
think you had a couple of naps.
Oh no, a few of my supervisors definitely had
Oh,
naps.
okay.
But I never had a nap. I fucking wish I did. And I assumed the position for a nap as a joke once, just as like the deputy manager was walking past and he was pissed off. But I don't know, he was pissed off about everything. I think he's angry. He might have had a heart attack now. Never mind.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
He's dead now.
I don't think he's dead. Just angry somewhere else. Not learning his lesson. So hang on a second. So they use it as a scale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like it's like
Fucking to what purpose?
it's because it's
Try and
easy.
make it as layperson as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it more understandable, and it
It's far less understandable. What the fuck? It's
Well,
listen to me.
yeah, but
First
as-
of all,
as a-
explain the whole bananas are radioactive fucking bullshit.
Yeah, but what allows you to realise is that like people like freak out about like radiation, but then like when you realise that bananas are radioactive, you go, oh, but I eat
Yeah,
bananas."
76 million of the fuckers.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a different matter, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so, but like it helps to quantify radiation in a less like esoteric way.
Just
right?
give me bad or good, mate. That's all I really want. Just give me a scale.
It's Fukushima fixed now.
I don't think you can fix it, can you?
Well, they were pouring
Well,
a
I
lot
mean-
of concrete on it, and then they had some
Yeah.
problems with some rods.
The plant I think
That's a roddy
stopped,
problem.
but like the area's gonna have like that problem.
Oh, for like 200 years or something.
yeah, like I mean, especially where
The
there's
fish are all
there's no water.
contaminated for like 150 miles off the shore and stuff.
yeah.
So a lot of fish that even was being sold and bought like over in Europe had was
Still getting it.
was yeah for sure, but it had a bit of it was glowing green. 3 eyes. I don't
Yeah,
know.
for- That's
Blinky from the
Yeah,
Simpsons.
Blinky,
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. So, but to put it into perspective,
Considerably
as well,
larger power plant than in The Simpsons, though.
Yeah, but what's funny is that people were like freaking out about this like radiation and that, and they go like, oh my god, it's like from 76 million bananas worth of radiation into the ocean. But in comparison, like fossil fuels alone, like in that area, are putting 10 times the amount of
Shit.
radiation into the environment.
I can't help but feel they could have used a better measuring tool than the banana.
I mean, I like it.
I love it.
Reddit did a massive thing for a while. If anyone uses Reddit,
Oh, the banana scale.
Banana for scale.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. Oh, here's my thing. Oh, banana for scale. They like, just held a banana next to shit to show the scale of the thing that they were looking.
The thing that's bollocks about that though is that there's different
Different
sizes of
bananas.
bananas.
Yeah. But they're not like massive.
Plantain.
Motherfucker.
Plantain, motherfucker. Plantain.
Oh my god, I had a really horrible experience once.
You had a really horrible experience of plantain?
Yeah.
Were you in prison?
Leave me alone! Hey! You want a different kind of carbohydrate? You suck at potatoes! Well, the thing is, like, I didn't know about plantain.
You're so much
the
funnier
first
than
time
us.
I had-
He's something so funny.
But like,
It's gonna be so boring. Actually.
but like, yeah. So when the first time I had plantain, I didn't know there was such a thing as plantain. So
Oh, you ate like a nana.
yeah.
It's worse than
Oh,
frying.
no.
And it was like, and
Or
it
you
was,
peeled it and
it was
just
the
like...
worst possible time. Like, I was super hungover.
Oh no!
I got back from a party
Oof.
that had been going all night. It was like 5 or 6 in the morning. I went to like one of these like you know, got like lots of like,
That's
shops that
early,
have
man.
plants.
That's
yeah.
fine. No, I mean that's not even the party's done.
Not for a
when it
normal
starts.
person.
5 or 6 in the morning.
Yeah, stop
That's when
gauging
the
that.
party starts.
Yeah, but stop gauging what you do as a normal person's
That's
activity.
not normal. I'm like ready to die.
Yeah, by 2, I'm spent. Yeah.
Oh, by 12.
Just getting ready.
Yeah.
Can't.
After midnight, it's got to be a special night to keep you.
Like, my body has
Serious?
my body has a cut-off point now. Like, I just sleep. I just go to sleep. It goes bye.
Yeah, I know. Last time you came out of us, you just had a nap on. I think it was, we were at Noah's. You just had a nap on the floor for about 2 hours in the corner.
Yeah. Good to have cat
Well,
naps.
disco-
You were
disco.
there, so
Yeah,
we were drinking straight rum because
Up his drink
we
shop.
got and a Coke. So
yeah.
And Baroness.
Cane
and
traded.
Baroness
Yeah,
and-
and yeah, fucking something else. Good.
we're just reminiscing.
Yeah,
That's all I saw Baroness finally at downloads.
Motherfucker, I haven't seen Baroness.
Because they never fucking tour in the UK.
Damn, man.
They were
Of
incredible.
course, they're great.
They're
bands.
so good live.
Yeah. Oh, I fucking love them. Fantastic.
Plantain story.
Anyway,
Oh.
yeah, so I was super hungover, felt like death, wanted to die.
And you went to a shop. At
Well,
5 in the
You
morning.
bought a giant banana.
I was on the way home.
Yeah, but what shops are open at 5 in the morning that sell giant bananas?
You're in fucking London, all of them.
Oh, okay.
Everything's open.
You can get yourself
And-
some,
and
get yourself some quinoa.
So
Get yourself
basically, it was like one of those
Oh,
parties
shit.
like, where, like, you know,
Goose
you're
eggs?
really, you know, excessed. And I was like, right, I could do with some like potassium to like help me out, sort of thing. And got the biggest banana I could find.
You're like, this motherfucker's like
Oh,
radioactive as shit.
You posted it on Reddit with a banana for reference.
Yeah, they were like, whoa, that's a big ass BED.
He just held next to it. It's like, wow, why does that dude so tiny?
But yeah, essentially, I got into bed, peeled this banana and bit into it, and a bitter crunch, like came out. Like imagine like biting
Eating a
into
sweet
it.
potato.
Yeah, just like
raw.
just raw, just going, and the juices were like bitter and acidic. Like, oh my god! And I already felt quite sick. So
That would have been that over the edge jobby.
yeah,
That.
it wasn't.
Oh,
it wasn't a
mate.
great time.
Oh, God. Yeah, I must have. I saw plantains like, as a thing. Like, there was a Jamaican chap I worked with in St Morrison actually,
Yeah.
and he was sort of saying about plantain. I was like, so what do you fucking do with them? So I just bought giant bananas, and he sort of explained like, you cut them up, you fry them, this sort of do this shit. Had he not told me, I 100% would have done that once. I was sort of like, I want a banana, but I want more banana.
Yeah.
I get one. Of them,
I don't want to peel 5
Bad man,
bananas.
yeah,
I need one giant
all
5 bananas.
in one.
One thing that was quite good is when we were in Indonesia, I finally got to try different kind of banana. Because we only get New Cavendish bananas in the UK, which is like, and they're all clones, I think, like of the same thing.
Yeah,
this is
they are
why
clones,
there's
yeah.
like, it's dangerous and stupid because if the disease breaks out, all of our bananas
They're
are
all
fucked.
No, they've probably got loads of like separate clones waiting.
Well, there's, I think there's like, what do you say, like candidates for the next generation.
Yeah, be
But,
fine.
But what was interesting is going.
Plus, I'm sure we can live without some fucking bananas for a few
Hey,
months.
how are we gonna measure fucking radiation? Like, what the?
Bananas might be wiped from existence.
Broccoli, is this?
It's about a quarter of our banana.
Yeah, like, we have to start doing like fucking. It was like 0.638. Like it'd be like fucking the imperial system all over
So
again.
they start measuring nuclear bombs. 7 billion gigananas.
But yeah, Asian bananas are nice. That sounds weird. That sounds very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like they're a lot smaller. Or at least in Indonesia, they're a lot smaller. And
you being racist?
More being racist. More fragrant. It's hot country.
Don't even know what's happening.
This is wonderful.
Asian bananas. They smell good and they're small.
Okay.
Do you in the same way, or do you have to plantain them?
No, yeah, you can eat them the
You
same
can
way.
just eat them
Yeah.
in the
That's
pot.
all. And instead of just getting like one big banana, you eat like 3 small ones.
Ooh, okay.
And you get like a big hand, like you get like just a handful of them.
That changes shit now. So are they measuring
They're
the fucking
actually
banana
called-
scale by the little bananas or our fucking bananas?
I don't know.
Fuck's sake, man.
They're called hands, and separate bananas are called fingers.
Really?
Yeah.
Bananas.
Well, yeah, that's the only food fact I know.
Bananas are berries.
They are berries.
Mm.
Yes.
That's.
And they used to have seeds. They used to have.
Oh, we GMO'd them out of them.
Yeah.
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 Do
So
it
like you know
right.
when you cut a banana in
Let's cheers to GMO.
Cheers to
GMO.
GMO.
Thanks, GMO.
Cheers, GMO.
You made our bananas not seedy.
Mm.
We're not bent enough for
And
that
grapes.
damn EU.
No, there's a lot. Remember when we were kids? Grapes had seeds in them.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
ever
Shit.
They stopped even putting
When
seedless
did that
grapes on
happen?
packets. Like
Yeah.
fucking 20 years ago,
They just sort of snuck them up on us. They just, hey, by the
Yeah,
way, we did
well,
a thing you enjoy, guys.
No, it used to always say seedless grapes, and up until like a couple of years ago, and you could probably still find ones that say seedless grapes.
Yeah.
But none of them have seeds in them.
Good
I've-
job,
I've done it.
scientists.
Yeah, fuck it. It was
Good
just,
job,
it was
scientists.
a
You've
horrible,
done well
it was a
there.
horrible weird bitter thing,
Yeah.
big in the middle of a
They need to
lovely,
get 'em out of, like,
beautiful grape.
Cherries. Cherries, they still have seeds in. They need to
Oh my
work
god!
that out.
Okay, right.
Move
So,
on to
so I
cherries.
bought
Stone.
I bought some
Yeah.
giant cherries the other day, and it's so much more cherry to pip ratio. It was so good
Yeah.
because it's worth the
You're
pip.
eating it like a fucking peach.
Yeah, it was worth the pip. The cherries were about that big,
Yeah.
like 1.5 to 2 inches big, and the cherry was still the same size as a normal one. And then, like a few weeks later, I had normal sized cherries, and there's more pip than cherry.
Yes, scientists. Oh, scientists.
So yeah, no, that I was thinking like. I was like, that was a moment recently when I looked at a cherry and I went, God, I can't fucking wait until they GMO this shit.
Yeah.
Get that cherry,
Science, bitch.
get that pip out of here.
Mm.
Meat. Lab meat.
Yes.
Right.
Lab grown meat.
That's.
Would you eat lab grown meat?
I don't know. I mean, I'd have to try it.
Yeah. Because Hannah says she's all over that shit.
So
She's like-
from an ethical perspective, I feel like everyone's hands are pretty clean.
Yeah.
Unless
sure.
obviously they've built all the they've killed every bit of living thing to make these giant factories where they just make meat.
Yeah.
But I feel like they could probably be a little bit more.
I think there's going to be a commercial product at the I think the end of this year or the end of next year.
Shit.
That,
son.
like I don't
No,
think it's going
no,
to be cheap.
No,
but
no,
it's-
no. Don't like. I 100% believe that in the future, no one will eat meat.
Mm.
I think they will eat meat. It
Well,
will
they're
be
just
made.
not.
Yeah, sure.
Slaughtered meat.
Sure. Yeah.
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 It will be cheap as soon as it's cheaper to make meat than it is to farm animals, which is not
Yeah.
good for the environment.
No.
But shit
It
for the
costs
environment
money.
because takes up a massive amount of space.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, a lot of land, a lot of
agriculture,
water.
enormous. Yeah.
As soon as it's cheaper to grow in a lab,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what you'll be eating.
The second that
And
happens,
you'll-
I'm eating a fuck out of that.
And you'll get like it'll be like special meat that'll be killed, and then eventually you'll be like, well, I have this meat that's the same, but no one has to die for it.
Yeah.
And then all
Why
your
would you not?
morals will kick in, and you'll be like, oh yeah,
We should just do this.
yeah, fuck
Yeah,
it.
but it was never a question for when it first came out as a thing. Probably I don't know 7-8 years ago, when they were talking about we've made a burger because it was always a fucking burger.
Mm.
So I made a burger in a lab. So yeah, you can come to the difference. I was like, well, yeah, I'd fucking eat it. Some people are going, well, it's made in a laboratory. It's like, motherfucker, everything's made in a laboratory.
Yeah.
Like,
It starts in a lab, then it goes to a factory
they're
production.
just using the ingredients. It's like making a cake. Obviously, it's far more complicated than making a cake.
Yeah.
But they've got all the ingredients. They know what
Well,
stuff
it's
makes up
growing.
meat.
It's growing proteins with enzymes. It's like
they
super
know.
complex.
They know what they make up.
And-
Obviously,
and you can
retardedly complex. Don't
You
get me
can
wrong,
only
but
do it in tiny amounts, and then you have to sort of bind them together.
Yeah.
And it's very costly at the moment, but eventually,
They'll
It'll
get to a
get
place.
cheaper.
Yeah, you know.
as soon as you can run it on a factory, as soon as you can make a production line out of it,
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
It's done. The only problem that seems to be at the moment is that you can grow like the proteins and you can make like muscle fibre or
Yeah.
whatever, but they're not really. It won't have the same texture because they're not
No,
really
they-
getting fat or anything.
No, they have to
No,
attach them as well to
Mm.
each other because they have to grow them all in separate little dishes.
Because we've got a net.
Yeah.
Lots of grannies knitting steaks.
Like a shreddy
this will be a nice one. What shall I make this one, Margaret? A rump? Mm.
We're down for that. Yeah, I'd eat the fuck out of that. 100%.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I've never eaten meat. Yeah, I only ate meat for the first 5 years of my life, so I don't miss it.
Mm.
I think it's fucking awesome for people like you that just eat meat.
Yeah.
But I would try it for sure. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd include it in my diet. Unless it had like super nutrients in it, and I'd be like, well, if it's healthy, then I'll eat it.
If they did shit,
Get to
cool.
eat beer and burgers.
If they did something like that, there'd be no reason why you couldn't. So, I
If
suppose it's a Rogan holler out. So obviously, it's like wild game is healthier for you than factory farm shit.
Of course it is, yeah.
So it's got this, it's the meat tastes a little bit different. It's got levels of creatine in there because it's naturally produced, and in general, it is a better, heartier meat.
Well, those animals had to fight to be alive.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Instead
if they
of
factory
being forced to be alive and fed antibiotics and all
Yeah.
that shit that they feed them in their feed
exactly.
and stuff.
So if they
Yeah.
factory produced that sort of level, then there'd be no need to eat anything else.
Yeah, there'd be no need for battery farms or anything. If you can scale this up to a giant factory level,
Yeah, you got a fucking
Yeah.
tower block somewhere, which is the
Yeah.
meatatorium.
a
You
giant,
just-
a
Yeah.
giant tower of meat.
meatatorium, yes, the tower of meat. Yeah, that's
I can't
Caspian's
wait for it.
nickname.
Tower of meat. That's my MMA name.
Yeah.
Which is the Tower of Meat Crassa to Silver. That's a mouthful, isn't it?
And they go I was expecting them to be really tall.
That sounds pretty sick for a fighter, though. Like, if your last name's Silver, you've got to be a good fighter. It's kind of the rule.
That's not his last name, though.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Well, it's Grassa to Silver.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's Silver,
Yeah, it's
then
good,
you're
yeah.
fine. Just
Yeah.
sure on it.
Yeah. I
But
just
yeah.
come with some bacalaos, stage tomato, and go, hey! Well, that's
Oh,
Portuguese.
yeah. He brought you a
Oh,
tart.
yeah.
Oh, you said, yeah.
She's good.
Looking
So-
that's right.
Yeah, hello, no, yeah, Portuguese start.
Yeah,
Station
you
nine.
mentioned earlier. It sounds
Well, there.
fucking
Eat it.
amazing.
We're doing food, eat it.
I'm not eating it on the thing because I'll just get all the.
It's
beardy
quite
crumbs.
crummy.
It's
Yeah.
pastry with custard in the middle.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, exactly. It's the messiest thing to eat.
No,
with
but
your
I mean,
hands,
it's not like pastry. It's like puff pastry.
Yeah, I know, which means I have to do the Greg style.
Yeah, no, it's
like
even
the-
more pastry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That'd be a good trick.
I
Very
can't eat
excited.
it, but you can.
Oh, you can. Two can.
Did you come up with any food facts?
Food facts. I feel like I've fucking put a lot of food facts on the table for this. You son of a bitch.
I just mean, did you actually come up with any?
So the only one that I came up with was kind of a food misconception, which we sort of
That's-
touched
that-
on.
Well, that's
in-
this
But
coming.
that's coming, yeah.
What?
That's food myths.
Well, you
That's next.
get and
Well,
see. All right, let's do that.
Let's
now
segue into
No,
that.
how many did you? Was that your only food fact?
The only other one, the other one.
On the
was-
camera, that basically you stared at your crutch to get the answer there. That's the
Excuse
other
me,
one.
what do you think? It's like, wow,
It's a lamp. You got a genie.
Stop rubbing it. Come on! Oh, God, we've gone from PG
give me
to
some facts.
we're immediately a 15 rated.
Okay,
When I stuck us on Apple, because you wanted us to be on iTunes.
Oh yeah.
When I went through all that stuff, I had to rate us as adult.
Well, yeah,
content.
obviously, yeah, because we're just abusive dickheads to each other. I feel like we've definitely.
Oh, we're not horrible.
Not to each other,
We
but
just
about
swear.
things.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think I've been watching along recently, and this was like this can't hear and this can't
yeah,
like it's,
yeah, so yeah,
Bad man.
We're not Disney. Yeah.
but,
Is that how we talk?
yeah. In
Bad
fact,
man.
actually, you guys never introduced yourselves to the podcast.
No,
So if you don't know who these guys are,
I need
this
a
is
certain-
Joseph.
oh.
This is
No,
Boober.
I needed to
Last
retain a
week-
certain amount of anonymity.
Oh shit!
Yeah, your
I'll put 'em out
face
there.
and inviting everyone to it wasn't good enough.
Listen, Joe, the plan was flawed, I admit, but
Check out our podcast. Don't look at my face.
this podcast is video only at the moment.
Every now and then I try to introduce us and he goes, "That's not how we start."
Clink.
That's because you go, hello everybody, and you lean into camera like fucking Bob Ross. Like,
I wish I was Bob Ross.
Yeah. Oh, fucking bad man, Bob Ross.
don't get me
You
wrong.
just turn into us.
I'm trying to fit in.
You fit in perfectly right where you are, sweetheart.
Food myths.
Okay.
No, facts.
Well,
You said you
Oh,
got
the
that.
last fact. Guinness is like one of the lightest calorie beers there is, which is mental because it feels like you're drinking a roast dinner.
Yeah, it does. Like, I don't genuinely trust a beer that I have to chew.
Yeah, but it's Guinness is 125 calories. In comparison, a lot of beers are 150 to 200 calories.
Because they're more sugary, is that why?
I
Cheap
think
lager's
so.
sugarier.
Yeah, I mean a lager. Yeah, I think a lager is more
That's
sugar
right.
than a
More
stout,
sugary?
maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's also fine.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I don't really know why. Because the thing is that actually with malts, you're with stouts and
Yeah.
porters, you're actually making more malts than hops. So like with lagers and lighter golden sort of like style like beers and stuff like that, it's a lot more. Your complexity in the beer comes from hops and the varieties of hops you use. Whereas when you get like dark beers, it's about the variety of the malts that you use. And malts are more sugary and syrupy, right? Like I mean, if you've had a
I don't know, man.
if you've had a super malt or anything like that, it's syrupy.
Chocolate
like,
stout is a massive thing because it's
Yeah.
easy to put the two together because it is so.
So
sweet.
is that what we're saying is backwards because
yeah,
then they actually have less calories?
yeah.
Yeah,
It makes
so
no fucking
the
sense.
calorific, the quantity. That seems strange to me.
Yeah,
But especially just because it feels heavy.
yeah,
Like
And it's dark. You think there's more in it.
yeah.
Like a pale
It's opaque.
lager is
Yeah.
like you can't see through it. You can't see through a glass of Guinness.
No, not
Yeah,
exactly.
not at all.
But if you put like the cider and the beer and the stuff that we're drinking at the minute, if you pour that into
Yeah.
a glass, I can see straight through that. There's no bad stuff, and it's mostly water.
Did you know that Guinness is actually ruby? It's not black.
Sure, but it's dark enough to not be able to
Yeah.
see through it.
So if you hold it up to the light, you can actually see that it's a ruby
It's
colour.
brown. It's brown.
That is red.
It's brown.
It's just red, but it's very dark.
Very dark.
Like old dried blood.
Mm.
Oh, we found your
Black
recipe.
pudding porter.
I'd probably have that.
Actually, what's your opinion on black pudding? Do you like black
I
pudding?
like black pudding. Yeah, black
I like
pudding,
black
white pudding, golden with it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, white pudding.
Yeah.
Fuck's white pudding.
It's white.
Yeah, it's
An
more
herbal.
like porkier.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't have either one of them.
It's still blood. It's
Yes.
still
Yeah.
congealed blood.
Yeah. It's
But
delicious.
it's bleached.
No, it's just got porter.
It's like sugar.
Yeah. It's sorted the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's yeah, I don't know how they do it, but it's like it's
Is it
more,
white?
it's white and it's
Yeah.
herbally. Like it's usually got like more herbs.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah, it's kind of like it's
Lovely.
kind of like
Yeah.
you cut
herbally.
Lovely
Um,
Hancock.
like a large Cumberland sausage and you cut it into like bits. It looks kind of looks like that. Into
Cumberland's
slices.
grey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of grey.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not like it's not
white.
I thought it was
Yeah,
like
it's-
white.
Yeah,
same,
no,
as black,
no,
same as
no.
a black pudding isn't black. It's like browny.
Yeah,
red.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I don't get why people freak out about black pudding because it seems like a really weird
But
thing.
happily eat
American-
sausage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Americans do a lot
Yeah.
more, I think, than English.
Blood
people.
pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
My
think, they think it's gross. I mean, I never thought that people would think it's gross. I mean, obviously, I think it's gross.
Mm.
But everyone I know has always been like, that's just what you have with the fry up. That's a bit.
Well,
Not everyone.
Not
that's
everyone,
the
yeah.
thing. Most people don't like it.
a lot
Like,
of
most-
meat eaters like go, oh no, that's fucked up.
That's
They
too
go,
far.
oh, but like grinding up like the muscles of an animal and shoving it into the intestines of one.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine.
What's sausage made of? It's like the rest. Like the stuff that wasn't good enough to
I love
go
that.
into blood pudding.
that needs to be
And
the
hot-
ingredients.
And
The
hot dogs,
rest,
hot dogs
100%.
are the rejects
Yeah,
from that.
for sure. Yeah, exactly. They're what leaked
Yeah.
out of the sausage and they scraped off the floor. And I'm aware of it and I'll still eat it. I stand by that.
Oh, it sticks it's a bit of smoke flavour and then you got a lovely hot dog.
Yeah.
Smoke flavour is key.
Liquid
Oh,
smoke.
it is, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Fucking love the shit.
that's the move.
Fucking do love a hot dog.
But yeah, do like
Obviously, my hot dogs
haggis.
just aren't made of food.
Haggis. Haggis
Food?
is
Haggis I didn't like, but I ate because I felt I was being polite.
good. Mm.
I wasn't a fan of it. I wouldn't go out and order it, but I definitely ate it.
Is it just like stuffing and meat in a?
In a side of sheep's stomach.
Kind of. It's like
Yeah.
oats and I mean
Oh,
I didn't like it the
oats.
first time I had it because we didn't do it right.
Oh, you made it.
Well, kind of. I mean, we got it
You
from a shop.
homemade it.
No, we bought it from Asda.
So Jesus Christ. Like,
We bought it from Asda and like.
As the haggis doesn't
yeah.
have goods written on it.
I know. I mean, like it was bound to fail, right? We bought that. It was like
This
£2,
will do.
and you put it in the oven for like 20 minutes, and it was like.
20 minutes.
I know it's exactly that was one of the other problems that we made. That's why.
You
it was,
think it'd be like a couple of hours?
Well, yeah, it's supposed
It's
to.
a massive hunk of meat.
Yeah.
It's not that massive. Like, the
Oh,
haggis
well,
about that big.
I don't know. Well, it's still
They're not
it's more
giant.
than 20 minutes in the oven. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. That's why it was rubbery and horrible.
Oh, rubbery and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not
having the
great.
texture's not on.
You know, like when you get someone that doesn't know how to cook and they do like mince and they like just they fry it for like 5 seconds and it's just like.
Yeah, that's not right. Or when you get somebody who doesn't cook bacon the way you like bacon.
Yeah.
Or when somebody likes really. I mean, I don't like really crispy bacon. I think it's stupid. You've
Oh
turned it
no,
into.
crispy bacon's.
It's too far.
Woo!
You've turned meat into a biscuit. And I don't like that.
Yeah, don't you want like the chewy bit? You want it chewy, right?
I want it to taste like meat. That's
Well,
kind of what I
well-
want. I want the texture to be like meat.
The ideal though is the fat is crispy.
Crispy, yeah.
The meat
That's the
is
holy grail.
still soft.
Yeah.
Yes.
Soft or chewy?
Soft.
Soft.
So you can bite it and it separates.
I don't think I've ever had bacon. So I don't know.
Okay, yeah, well, that's fine. It's I bet that's the thing that you get all the time. It's like, I couldn't, because you see it all the time. It's like, I couldn't be vegan because I love bacon too much. And don't get me wrong, I fucking love bacon.
I love pigs.
I'm a fan of
I
it.
love pigs more than I love bacon.
Yeah, I like pig. Doesn't mean I wouldn't eat one.
Yeah, I love a pig more than I would want to eat one.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
That's the separation.
Yeah, it's literally it. I just love animals more than you.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, I like certain animals.
Or I don't want to eat them as much as you.
I like the animals that I'm told to like.
I'll get to that later.
Yeah.
That's.
I mean, social norms.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Oh, here we
The
go.
psychology
I've got that.
Hashtag
at the end.
vegan. Wow.
No, nothing to do with that. No.
Anyway, so myths.
Myths. Yeah.
What you guys come up with? Myths?
So my big one, the only one I really came up with, was that eating fat makes you fat.
Okay.
That is a big.
I feel like that's a really common myth. Like, cause, that's got a lot of fat in it.
Well, that's
Alright.
one of the main ways of getting into ketosis.
But even
It's
without
just eating fat.
going into ketosis, so you
No,
don't.
I'm just saying that's one of the main ways that people do it. They just eat fat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you have stuff like your avocados, like saturated fat and like. Trans fats are
Trans fats are bad.
Yeah, trans fats are super bad for you. But trans fats are in fucking garbage food that you know that you should not be eating.
Ready meals that you just
Yeah.
you're too fucking tired, but you don't. At that point, you don't give a shit what
Exactly.
you're putting into your body.
Yeah.
You just eat something.
That's the shit.
They're not
that you
really
have.
naturally made.
Yes.
No, trans fats are man-made.
Fats are like essential for your body to run on.
Yeah, of course.
You need fats. You need to have them, and they are not what make you fat. Sugar will make you fat as fuck.
Yeah.
But there's just sugar. Sugar will 100% make you fat as fuck.
Depends on obviously how refined it is.
Yeah. I don't know. Even fruits as sugar. If you
Fructose.
yeah.
Well,
your body recognises it
It's
as.
what's it, fruitarian, where they just eat fruit. It's not a good diet.
Yeah,
That doesn't sound
exactly, That seems horrible. That
Yeah,
seems-
it's not good. But it's but it's only a jump away from a raw vegan diet, which is fine.
Well, yeah, but that's because vegetables have better stuff in them than fruit does, like by
Well,
quite a
like
long.
No,
protein.
they have the same like fibrousness and water, but they're not.
But there's all
sugary.
the other stuff. It's a massive amount of like the profile that you miss out on if you're only having.
I think you can get like most nutrients that you need from fruit, but you have to eat so much of it to get them, and by eating so much, you're consuming so much sugar. Whereas vegetables have a lot less sugar.
Yeah.
They're still sugary vegetables, carrots and shit.
To a point. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
If you just lived off leaves, you'd be healthy as fuck. You'd be bored, but you'd be healthy as fuck.
But they don't have protein in there. They've got like really good minerals in there.
Loads of proteins in spinach, yeah, loads of proteins.
I guess so. Yeah.
I think if you only ate that though, you need B12 for a start.
No, it's just B12. I've never had B12 in my life. I mean, I've never had a B12 deficiency in my life. That's a much better way of saying that.
Yeah. Actually, a
lot of that is complete bullshit.
But
you can get it from loads of foods.
No, B12 only comes from
Soil.
No, soil.
Yes, comes from soil.
No, I thought it has to be from
No,
something
the
that's generated
animals-
by something that's living.
No, the animals get it from the soil.
But do you just eat soil?
Check
to
it.
get
Yeah, no, we're not into fact checking. We're into randomly distributing bullshit. That's kind of we'll check it afterwards for our own personal.
Well, I don't have a
You
B12
fucking fact
We
check.
deliver you the
Fact
bullshit.
check it yourself.
And then you,
I don't take B12 supplements and I don't have a B12 deficiency. So
Yeah, how often do you measure yourself for your B12 levels?
I have been checked by the doctors a few times. Not
Really?
for just B12, but for everything.
oh,
Just to see if I'm okay with everything. And I've
'Cause-
never had a problem.
because this is the problem. This is one
My
of the things that my
cholesterol's
brother
slightly
needs
high
to-
because of the medication I'm taking.
But I
which is
think,
why
I
I've
think,
put on
it,
so
I
much
think it
weight,
differs
but-
from person to person.
Yeah,
I
I
think
guess
that's
so.
fair.
No,
I think
that obviously is absurd for me to just say it on my own thing.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think it's a giant thing that people take for granted. Oh, this worked for one person, so it would definitely work for me. And I think this,
Yeah, we're all
if you're
different.
well, your genetic makeup's different, your activity level is different.
Yeah.
Even shit like today, your job is different. All right, so one person's job is mostly sitting down.
I sit in front of a computer all day, every day.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so me, most of the time, I'd walk around a bit,
Yeah.
but then that walking around a bit might be the difference between the two of them. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah, but then, when you work at Morrison's, you're on your feet all day, every day.
No, it's fast food because I ate shit. Because that canteen was cheap.
Because it was
Seriously.
loads of out-of-date food and stuff. Or
Full
like,
English breakfast for £2 fucking.
That's
And I'm talking
right.
about full English. It was amazing.
Without being
Still
horrible,
that.
like, what is the deal with people being sent to the cafe to work? Because I've heard you gotta be a certain kind of person
where
to work
careers
in
go
the
to
cafe.
die. Yeah, well, they need a certain amount of dribble in the food. So
I don't know what you're talking about here.
So apparently one of the things like
This was years ago. This,
Like
by the
you
way,
said.
is not a comment for now or even. I'm gonna. Well, fuck knows. No one watches this anyway.
So what?
There's about 3 people now. It
Yeah.
was 1.
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Yeah, you used to.
You're
be a
one
fan
of the 3 people.
Yeah. This one was so the cafe that I was talking about earlier was the staff cafe, which was like massively subsidised, and that was upstairs. But yeah, the customer cafe was always.
Oh, so it's different to the.
Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
cafe separate to
upstairs. Yeah, so yeah, my staff one.
Oh,
upstairs,
yeah,
so.
no. Oh, I see what you... No, I don't think they even have that anymore, the cafe in-house.
Yeah, Morrison's Cafe, do you?
No, well, not at the moment, because they're doing work on it, but...
Oh,
they
okay,
might- they might
maybe
do
way.
it back.
But yeah, it's very much a certain. If staffing procedures
Right.
for people.
So if you weren't good enough to work a till, you work the cafe.
I mean, if you weren't good enough to work a mop, you might work the cafe.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Which is scary because you're feeding people.
Yeah, no, it's... Oh, you should definitely be better you should definitely be able to work a mop if you're feeding people.
Yeah.
I think it was just because it was a little bit more out of the way, and it was a repetitive job. So you did the thing each day. You did the same thing. And so what you're doing today? Okay, I'll cook the beans for the breakfast, and then I cook the sausage for the breakfast, and then later on I cook the potatoes. So it was very much a set routine, which was kind of the vibe for it.
I mean, I remember
yeah,
How is stacking shells not repetitive? Though?
fucking enormously repetitive.
Yeah,
but
it's not as
you still
repetitive.
need to. You still need
you
to
need
know
to
shit
interact with people.
Yeah, you need to interact with people. And
Well,
you need to-
occasionally someone might go, "Oi, mate, where's that?"
That's exactly it.
And
And
then
I
like,
had that floor plan fucking memorised. I knew where every... People come up to me, oh, sorry, where's the arrow route? And I'd fucking know where that shit is. Aisle number, bay number, and shelf number.
I went there the other day to
man.
buy...
Spent too much time in that fucking place. It wasn't nice, it was bullshit. It was fucking ridiculous. When you can sort of say,
see, though.
where's the fucking ground arrow route? It's a motherfucker, it's an aisle number 10. Second bay in, third shelf from the bottom, just next to the motherfucking baking soda.
Bitch.
That's actually
That's
where it
that's
was.
where it was.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
That
anymore.
was
It
very
changes every
informative,
week,
but
yeah.
I'm talking to your supervisor about your tone.
Yes,
It's
Sparta kicked him.
not. Get out of me,
Find
you
it
goddamn
yourself. I'm
hippie.
hiding in my banana cage.
I do my banana cage. Yeah, but like, so like, I thought it was quite weird. Like, sometimes like, you get certain characters in those cafes. Like, I remember going to the one in Silver Hill. Is it Silver? Yeah, Silver Hill is Asda. Yeah. And bloody hell, like I tried getting bacon and toast or something.
Uh-huh.
It's
Why
so-
did you order that?
I don't know, or a bacon sandwich. Or
Yeah, that'd be a more sensible thing
yeah,
to order.
whatever it was.
Tried to order
Yeah,
bacon
no.
and fucking custard, and then no idea what I was talking about at the moment.
Yeah, bacon bat, I think it was. And like, three ingredients: bacon, butter, bab. Fairly easy thing to do, but
You'd
like,
hope so.
I had this like woman she was
I think
losing
maybe
her
like-
mind. She was like, oh my god. Wait, what was it? Oh god! She like burnt
I think that's
something.
less of a comment on the cafe, but more of a comment on just people that get hired.
High.
Yeah.
People that get high.
Hey, maybe
High.
why don't they're high necessarily?
Actually, that would help. You want to bake them up? Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine, mate.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
Me too.
Come back here, you do it.
Alright, yeah, I'll give it. Yeah, I'll give
You
it
know
a
how
go.
to make bacon, right?
Well, yeah, it's still like £1.
Hey, like, if I give you like a knife to make the butter, you're not gonna like stab me, right?
No.
Yeah. Come on then.
High people aren't that scared
Not that scared.
of knives.
I
I mean,
think paranoia is definitely a side effect, isn't it?
I wouldn't know.
Oh yeah.
I've
Anymore,
never
I
smoked it in my
suppose.
life.
Porky pies.
I smoked it every day from the age of 11 to 19.
Talking of porky pies, what do you think of pork pies
Oh,
and the
pork pie.
jelly?
The jelly is the less jelly the better as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned.
I remember someone eating a pork pie. I think it was probably you because we grew up together and I spent every day with you.
Yeah.
And you like pulled out a bit of square jelly.
Yeah.
I was like, what is? I was like,
It's like
this.
tripe.
And he showed me it, or someone showed me it or whatever. And I was like, why is that in there? What is that?
Gelatin.
Yeah, no, but why is it?
Congealed meat.
It's
It's
to
just-
preserve the meat, I think.
Oh right, so because it's like pastry, meat, jelly square, top of pastry.
Oh no, but
Oh,
the jelly
all the way
envelopes
around.
all the way
It's
around
all
it.
around the meat.
Because it's
Oh, well,
suddenly
so-
air sealed.
Whoever gave it to me would give me a perfect square.
Oh, they're
they
taking
didn't
their
give it to
time
me, they just
dissecting
showed me.
that
They
from
just
the pie.
showed me it. No, they just pulled. I don't know. Maybe it's a dream. I don't know.
Wow. You are wasting your dreams, man. You're not doing very well at this. You drank like brown sugar
A
earlier.
bit of pilot, as I was like,
yeah, you're just like
square, square pork
cube.
pie fat. Yeah, that's surprisingly geometric.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was a rectangle. Sorry, I should have been much more clear
okay.
about that. It was not a square.
Oh, right.
It was a rectangle.
So two sides are slightly longer than the other.
4 sides, in fact. If it was
It's a
a
cuboid.
Oh, of course it is, because we're not living in a fucking flat land.
Fucking flatlanders!
Why are you a circle? yeah,
Anyway.
right. That's a brilliant segue, by the way. I feel like we're about to ruin it.
Sorry, food myths.
Food myths.
Would you like me to go?
Yes.
More than anything.
Yeah, please.
I
What was your food myth?
thought the fat doesn't make you fat kind of was my food myth.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, you did good there.
Yeah.
Is it
mate.
my turn?
Appreciate it. Good. Yeah, I wasn't really looking
Yeah,
for
go for it.
feedback, but yeah, let's go.
How did you find this experience?
Yeah. So, what do you think you should do going forward? Oh yeah.
Microwaving food makes it radioactive and destroys its nutrients.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, my boy. You watch that podcast?
I forgot. Was that on that?
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah. That does my
Oh,
head.
why
yeah.
did I thought it was in my head?
Yeah, that's common, isn't it? Like
There's
that
two
idea.
things that it makes it radioactive and it degrades nutrients.
Yeah. None of which it does.
It's insane, and like the myths around radiation.
Heating vegetables degrades the nutrients, but microwaving is actually a more efficient way of heating food than
Yeah.
boiling water.
So the radio waves make the
Well, it
vibrate.
agitates the water. And
Yeah,
it
molecules
cooks it with
inside.
friction.
Yeah, and like so instead of like you're saying, like when you're boiling it, you're immersing the food in water.
Plus,
Nutrients are being
it
leaked
takes
into
longer. So the longer you heat something, the more nutrients it loses.
Yeah, exactly.
And microwaving is a really efficient way of heating food.
Yeah, that's good.
so it doesn't destroy nutrients at all.
no. And I think microwave.
Or it does, but probably less than boiling it would.
Yeah,
I think it gets a
Steaming, I
bad
think, is
rap.
supposed to be the best way.
steaming's good.
Yeah. It's long though, isn't it?
Yeah, I fancy that. You've got to
yeah.
have apparatus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, you just buy a little bamboo thing.
Get
Whatever,
microwave.
mate.
Get microwave for like 20 quid. Can't you? Know, they're cheap as third.
I've got a microwave steamer I bought for about £1.99, but you know.
Oh yeah.
So I think microwaves get a bad rap in general for food preparation because it's seen as like the college student, the uni student thing to do.
The actual problem with microwaves is microwave food.
Microwave,
Ready
just
meals.
about to go. Yeah,
Yeah.
So it's
That's
the,
a big fucking
the garbage
problem.
that some people put into it. Yeah, obviously
Yeah.
that's going to be shit for
Before-
sure. That might
so-
be fucking radioactive.
So
Bananas.
I've never really been able to.
BDC.
Can you microwave plantain?
Maybe. Let's find out.
Here's our microwave.
Will
Did
it?
you bring your plantain?
No, I ate it on the way.
Oh, you sick bastard.
Crunchy
Crunchy
bastards.
bastards.
Took in the
Oh,
entire
shit, what was I
journey.
going to say?
Microwave.
So microwave meals are shit, but using it as a,
Microwaving.
like anything
Alright,
is a tool, right?
So basically, yeah, exactly. So I always cook 2 portions of food whenever I cook. I
Yeah.
can't cook 1 portion of food. I always cook 2 portions.
Yeah,
Just
it makes more sense
It's
to
just
make.
built in with. It's just built in my head from
Yeah.
cooking for girlfriends for years. I just always cook 2, and then I put 1 in the freezer.
Yeah.
And then I reheat it in the fucking microwave.
No, and it's the same.
It's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it's fine.
And it's
Sometimes
actually
there are
fun.
certain things that microwaving fucks up, like they just make them taste bad.
There's certain things
Or
like the
dry them
structure
out.
changes.
Yeah, but a lot-
Don't microwave like
Mine-
chips.
Oh fuck,
Yeah.
If
Jesus.
you already cooked chips and then the next day you're like, oh, I fancy them
That'd be
chips,
grim.
and then don't microwave them.
But a lot of my
It's
food
horrible.
is, as I said, like 1 pot stuff. It's just slop
Yeah,
in a pot.
yeah.
It's healthy slop in a pot.
Yeah, healthy slop in a pot, reheat it.
Taste
bam.
also tastes banging. You know that.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
food.
man,
Yeah, we
Good
had
food.
it earlier.
We had a lovely time.
We had a lovely
We
time.
did have a lovely time.
Oh,
what a
thank
lovely-
you, Mr. Gregory, for your delicious slop. It was rather warm and nutritious.
Nutritionist.
Yes. But yeah, no, it does my head in when people go, oh, but the radiation.
Right. So obviously, it's because people don't understand the way radiation works. For starters.
Yeah.
People don't understand
Radio waves, isn't it?
The
That's
word-
what
it's the
fucks
fact
up,
that-
yeah.
It's the fact that we're surrounded by radiation.
were
Yeah,
bathed in
everyone's
radiation
having
right
to
now.
do a free fucking Wi-Fi, but
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, light, we're bathed in light, we're bathed in everything.
It's
And
all wavelengths. Every single thing is wavelengths.
Yeah.
Microwaves just are set to a perfect wavelength to agitate water molecules.
Yeah.
Which makes food cook easy,
Yeah.
good.
What then?
Good, nice times.
What
Explaining science with childlike simplicity.
The wibbly wobbly makes it hot.
Wibbly wobbly.
Rub your leg.
Rub your leg. Make your leg hot.
Doesn't
Yes.
it feel warm? That's what happens to your broccoli. But yeah, no, and like what people get mistaken with is ionizing radiation, which is dangerous.
Yes.
And that's when you get, but you got to get all the way
Because
into
they're
like
not
gamma
banging that in a
rays.
fucking 25
But that's when you
quid
get
microwave.
transfer of radiation. That's what people think microwaves do. They think that
Yeah, it
the
comes
things-
out into a
they
place.
think the magic that heats the foods puts dangerous chemicals in it.
Yeah, and they go like, you know how it's hot? It's like, yes. It's like, well, there was a transfer from one energy state
Yeah.
to a lower one.
Yeah.
It's like.
Chemistry,
Otherwise, it would just go through the
It's
fucker.
the
Like, it
same,
wouldn't get
it's the
hot.
same as just shaking your food phrases.
Yeah.
Really fast.
really
Yeah.
fast, and like you well.
I think that's
It's
going
not
to be a new.
quite the same.
That's a new diet, the raw, shaky vegan.
So what are you doing?
We're all shaking, mate.
I'll crack 2 eggs into this pot, and I'm gonna have scrambled eggs later.
Yeah, at 6 o'clock. We're recording at 9. Can't wait for this. These eggs. Wait, there's no vegans are going to be
Yeah,
doing
and it's like this tastes disgusting, but my fucking guns from all that shaking. All biceps, nothing but. Lovely, good. That was good. I like that. What's
Yeah.
next?
I got more fact.
Yeah,
Myths.
good.
I got more myths.
Do the
Love
myths.
Love a myth.
Fresh vegetables have more nutrients than frozen.
What?
Myth.
Yes.
The same thing.
No, they're
Well,
not. Right. Look.
How fresh are your vegetables coming from the store?
Right. If you go and you get some vegetables from the shop, maybe if you do a weekly shop, and then that half those vegetables are in your fridge for a week,
Yes.
and how long did they take to get to your fridge?
Yes.
Mm.
Frozen food is picked and then frozen like super frozen
Flash
quick.
frozen.
Flash frozen is the word, not super frozen quick.
Super frozen quick!
There's
Patented!
frozen quick.
Patented design, super fast frozen quick!
Why is it Asian?
I don't know.
Super frozen quick.
Oh, that was too. That was
Misa
racist.
Spocko!
And
That's fine.
banned. Banned from YouTube. Done. That's it.
Sorry, well, we had a good run.
I'll just bleep his
Words forever.
Just, yeah.
Pretty
I'm sorry. I'm so
helpful for
sorry.
me. Flash to my fast.
Stop it!
Yeah,
sorry,
frozen.
sir.
Right, so
Yeah.
your food when it's frozen very soon after it's picked.
Yeah.
Much sooner than if it.
You're figuring that out, aren't you?
So, yes.
Yeah, so when you have frozen vegetables, they're picked instantly and frozen straight away.
Yeah.
Whereas it takes much longer to get to you, and basically the nutrients break down over time
And they stop time.
with magic.
With
Yeah.
magic.
Magic
The
cold
magic
juice.
of cold.
Cold.
Cold super quick magic.
Yeah.
Amazing. I'll do a beer on guys.
Oh, please. Can you get the left out for me, please?
Left beer and
Cider,
seeds in
any
there.
cider.
Okie dokie.
Oh, that's okay. Is it still lined up?
Yeah, you're
That's
good.
all.
Yeah. That's
So,
okie
the
dokie.
myth that I got lined up was.
Oh, I've got another myth.
Oh, you got another? Go on.
You want to go and I'll go after?
Yeah, do it. You can wrap us up.
Well, for the myth
myth.
section, we've got a hell of a lot more to go.
So negative foods. Negative calorie foods.
Oh, fucking
Oh,
celery
takes too much. Yeah, you have to burn
No,
more celery.
you know what? You have to burn more celery.
Burn
all
the
fucking
celery. Hide the
I
evidence.
have to say, that's something that we've always known. And when I was looking up stuff, I did see it,
Yeah.
and I only saw the celery one. I'm assuming you've got loads of others.
No, just the celery. For the myths, anyway. But so essentially, one of the things, the problem with the idea of negative calorie foods is they're like, oh, well, it's only 6 calories per stalk of celery on average.
Yeah.
And they go, so surely, with all the chewing and the digestion, that's going to burn more
that would
calories.
be a millionth of a calorie.
Exactly. And the thing is that less calories in the food
Thanks,
takes
mate.
less for your body to digest. So apparently, if a celery stalk's around 6 calories, like it only takes a percentage of that to digest it. So it's like 0.5 of a calorie to digest that celery. I mean, sure, if you're on a diet and you want to have less calories, that's going to help, but it's not
What
negative
if then?
calories.
Alright, what if I ate leather?
Leather.
So leather
Leather.
is animal skin, right?
Yeah.
So how much calorie is going to be in some dried out bit of leather?
None.
Don't know.
It's not going to be a great deal,
Yeah, it's
but
gonna-
that's going to take a long way to my fucking stomach to break down.
Yeah.
A lot of effort in that. Maybe leather.
But leather's not food.
Why not? It's animal skin.
Yeah, but it's not a food.
Why not?
It's used for belts and shoes, dude.
Does it? So all right. So it's
Your
fucking- so
occasional
it's hemp.
coat.
Yeah. I mean, but then the difference between crackling and I guess crackling's
Yeah.
pork, but it's not dried out and tanned and.
So you only seen some crackling I've seen. Looks pretty tanned.
That's been out. That's been out dried.
Italian crackling.
Italian. It's all dried up. It looks like.
175 years old.
What do you think of pork scratchings?
Not fan.
Not a fan of
Not a
pork
massive
scratchings?
fan. No.
So
It's too salty for me.
I love it because it's the perfect pub snack.
It's too shorty for me.
Yeah, it makes you,
So
it makes you drink more than I normally already would drink. I wouldn't drink too
exactly.
much.
Boom. No, it's. I always think it's a really great pub snack because it's sort of like. But there is always a
The only
divide.
times
of
I've ever
crowds.
had them is in a
You
pub.
hand it to them and they go, "Oh no, you freak of nature! You've given me skin."
Yeah.
Yes.
It's delicious.
Yeah, but it's like there's loads of cereals and rices in it. It's not like just skin.
Yeah. It's got a bit of husk
Yeah.
and shit
Husk.
like
It was like a face that you had to break bits off of.
that.
Did you still eat it?
Mm-hmm.
It was just a pork, like a mask, a pig mask,
Pork mask.
all dried up and treated, but you sort of like
Fuck yeah.
break off a bit of eyelid and just chow down on it.
Yeah, I've eaten pig ears.
Yeah, but pig ears.
Because you can make that into
Well,
crap.
dog eats
like,
pig ears.
Yeah.
Nice pig ears.
It's
You
actually
guys
quite
are
nice.
fucking.
They had it at those
Sick.
gourmet
Hey, well, at least we're
restaurants.
not hypocritical. I'll eat every
You
part of
had
animal.
you had pig ears in a gourmet restaurant.
Yeah.
Nah, that's the biggest con of the 20th century, mate. Gourmet
That
restaurants.
was a lot of money.
Yeah, it's
that
like,
was a lot of money.
What have we got today on the menu?
Offcuts.
Tripe. Animal stomach lining, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen. Literally rationed out in World War II, and now it's a lobster was a fucking used to be
Yeah.
like a real like lower class meal, didn't it?
Yeah, because like,
Yeah.
after crabs and stuff like that, and lobster was just like something that got caught.
Get in the
as
way.
well. Yeah,
They're
Fuck off,
fucking they're
lobster.
sea cockroaches. They're closer to an insect than a fish.
yeah,
I
they're
think a lot of those things are though.
yeah, like
Yeah.
those prawns,
Prawns,
they're crustacean,
yeah,
like
yeah.
crustaceans.
They're very insecty. So yeah, they're you know the fact that
A lot of
lobsters.
crabs are closer related to like rodents than fish.
Probably. Yeah.
Maybe. All right. Good. A
I
million.
might be making that.
I guess that's another food myth then, that lobsters are posh.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's stupid.
No, it's a
It's-
good thing.
But it's
I
all
didn't
posh
know.
foods, like and caviar, everything
Yeah.
that used to be
Yeah, it's
pizza.
all sort of.
Pizza is not really posh, but it's become this kind of like it was a pauper's food.
Yeah.
It was made on the streets by poor people in Italy.
It's a little bit of bread with a load of with some stuff chucked on it to make it taste nice.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
margarita comes from Princess Margarita.
Princess, yeah.
And she like used to come around the town and go like, I love a bit of that, I love a bit of that, that's delicious. You know, and the noble classes were like, what the fuck are you doing? Eating with these commoners? And they're like, no, this is
So let's
banging.
do a bang up pizza, mate. Yeah.
Like you and your bloody lobsters and caviar.
Hoity-toity
I don't
bastards.
think pizza's become upper class, but it has become it's become something that you can have a really fucking good pizza or a really fucking bad one.
Yeah.
It's become something like an entity that you could be a little bit connoisseur about.
It becomes upper class when someone eats it with a knife and fork.
Oh, you
Well-
can suck a dick if you do that.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Also-
yeah, clearly you're a piece of shit.
The
but-
fact that you're paying 30 quid for bread and tomato sauce.
Yeah, that's not
it's
the
still
one.
about £6 round here, so we're alright.
Well, no, some places, man.
Well, no, yeah, if you're going
Even
to
with Domino's, it's still 20
Domino's,
quid a fucking pizza,
Okay,
mate.
Yeah.
well, yeah, but Domino's always have a half price thing.
Yeah, always. Yeah, if you pay full price for a Domino's, you're being mugged off.
it's like
Yeah.
buying a full price sofa from DFS.
Bank holiday weekend sale, mid-weekend weekend sale, midweek sale, Wednesday sale, Thursday sale.
John's birthday.
If your last name is
Guys.
Smith, all sofas for £7.
Imagine buying a sofa full price. You feel like such a mug.
I bet someone's not one of our three.
Yeah, so
You're here.
Oh yeah. I haven't bought a sofa. Actually, no, I have bought a sofa.
I bought a sofa
Off
for
of
a tenner.
mate.
Actually, it wasn't me that bought it. Kate bought it.
I
It was
think
a
I bought a
tenner.
new sofa.
Sweet.
I've only ever
It was
bought
fucking
£7.
awesome. It was a bed.
Oh, I feel them.
No, it was a sofa bed. It
Oh, right.
flipped out into a... And she bought it for £10. And then she kept it at her house. And then I was going to take it off her when I got my place sorted.
Yeah.
And then she looked and went into the room to get it out for me, and it had grown mushrooms.
Oh dear.
Oh.
So she burnt
Did
it.
you
I
eat
think.
those mushrooms?
No,
Free
no.
mushrooms.
God, what?
None of us like mushrooms.
Ever.
Yeah, none of us like mushrooms.
I like mushrooms.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
fucking
The
blank
spoon
me into
bit,
your little
get out.
thing. Yeah.
Get out.
Oh, chow down some fungus.
Oh yeah, magic ones.
I've never had
Not
magic
even
mushrooms.
No, but we
We had loads of magic
Yeah.
mushrooms, and it never worked for me.
no, or nor me then. But I've had some
Yeah.
since that have worked. It's something beginning with X.
You're having a flashback. That's like, they were.
It's a bad trip.
Oh god.
No, they're the best thing. They're the best drug on the planet. They're the best
Really?
drug I've ever had. Yeah, they're by far the best of anything ever.
Oh.
They're great. Mushrooms. I didn't even think about drugs. That's kind of food. I guess
Yeah.
maybe it's not.
Well. hey,
Drugs. That's kind of
I don't
food.
think he thinks it's kind of food.
Definitely.
that should be a subject.
I feel like food
You
should
should
at
do
least have
drugs.
some sort of nutritional value.
We can't
And I
really,
feel-
do drugs
What's up?
because there's problems with that.
Yes.
Legal issues.
It's just
Wow.
a move.
Well, you can get banned from YouTube for if you're seen to promote drugs and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
We should just stop
we're not
talking about Alex
promoting
Jones.
drugs.
Yeah, and we're not big enough. Big enough as Rogan is to fight it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Three myths. Any more?
Yeah, I go on.
Yeah, go for it.
Cow's milk strengthens bones.
Oh, was the whole calcium thing, or just
Does this-
specifically cow's
Oh,
milk?
So is this not real?
No.
Oh,
No,
I don't know.
not only that, but it actually weakens them, and I'm going to have to remember some science to explain this.
Science, bitch.
Right. So I think what it is when you drink the milk, and your stomach. It's something to do with acidity, and your stomach. You have to. It has to get calcium to it, and the only calcium you have is in your bones. So the calcium actually gets stripped off your bones to deal with the calcium in your stomach.
It's alkaline milk.
Something
Isn't it?
like
It is,
that.
yeah.
So it actually is apparently bad for your bones. That's the extent of the science that I can remember. I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another line.
I occasionally try and like have a milkshake because I couldn't drink milk straight. I hate milk.
Yeah.
But I'd occasionally try and have like a chocolate milkshake every now and then to be like, and every time I did it, I'd be like, oh, I'm strengthening my bones.
Yeah.
Shit.
Fuck's sake. I never liked milk. I've never liked it. And now I fucking discovered coconut milk and I'm like, shit, that stuff is the best. Drink
Coconut milk is very great, and it's confusing because every time I say coconut milk, I think of stuff out of a can.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
so you use
cream.
curries and
Coconut
shit.
cream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas you get a carton like almond milk, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
It's bloody great. I had it with
It has almost no flavour.
Well, no, it's
Nah, I don't know.
yeah,
about
but
that.
it's
I don't
coconut
like the
flavour.
flavour of coconut.
Yeah, it's
No,
nice.
it doesn't taste like coconut.
It does a bit.
It does a bit.
Well, it depends on
It
what
doesn't-
you
it doesn't- it doesn't have
water.
to.
Coconut water tastes like coconut. Coconut milk doesn't, man. Oh,
Does
probably
it?
depends on the.
It depends on the brand.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one I get is cocoa, and it's lovely. Try it, honestly, just
Yes,
try it.
it's good.
Just try it. No, it's what we had in our mashed potato earlier.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a buttermilk.
And that doesn't taste like
Yeah.
coconut.
It does
Oh,
not.
my butt. I'm going for a
Have,
week.
have you ever had fresh coconut?
I have. Yeah, because
young coconut.
I've what?
Young
With like the
coconut.
green
Yeah.
husk around
Yeah,
it. You have to
yeah.
get the husk
Oh, I
off.
haven't done.
Oh, yeah,
I've
I
only
forgot
ever had brown coconut.
Oh no, it's good. It's like jelly inside. It's weird.
Mm.
So instead of being like the hard sort of stuff that we know normally.
Yeah.
So in
Is
Indonesia.
this still a fucking nightmare to get into?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're in so we went in Indonesia and everywhere has I think they call it klapa melon, and it's they'll just hack the top off of the machete
Yeah.
and then put a
Straw
straw
in
in
it.
it. Yeah, you drink it nice smell like water and that. Really dirt cheap. It's usually always the cheapest thing on the menu.
Yeah.
And then you get a little spoon and you scoop out the
you scoop
insides,
it.
and it's really soft and it's nice because dry coconut I think's a bit bollocks. I can't really be arsed with it.
I don't like the taste of coconut. I think I think Bounty's ruined it for me.
I don't mind Bounty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not very, but yeah, it's a lot more of a lighter taste as well when you get it fresh because it's not so overpowering.
I'm willing to give it a go because it is.
Yeah,
It's fantastic
definitely.
for you. I've heard nothing but good
It's
things
really
about it.
isotonic.
Yeah.
Really isotonic.
Fantastic for rehydration.
Yeah.
Electrolyte levels, and it's excellent for it.
So instead of getting the bloody Lucozade and bollocks and putting loads of sugars in you, you might have some coconut water and you're hydrating yourself.
Seems like the move. Yeah, I just can't. I can't fight the taste bit in my mouth.
Mm.
Like when I taste it, I know it's really, really good for me. But when I drink it, I go.
Do
I
you
turn back into a fucking 6-year-old boy. I don't like it. Yeah.
Do you like coffee?
Yeah, I love coffee.
Do you like iced coffee, isn't there?
Yeah.
Because that main one that they do, the coconut water in, they would do like a coconut coffee one. So it's like a nice
Oh,
coffee but with
shit.
coconut water. And it's
Superdrug
fucking
did
awesome.
that. Yeah, that I liked.
That
I
was
could
really
get on board
good.
with that.
Yeah.
That might be an interesting angle. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
might go for that. Get some coconut water in my coffee.
Mm.
Because I do love me some coffee. But I usually don't have milk in my coffee. Usually coffee
Yeah,
black.
they have two. They've got one that's black and one that's
Straight.
milk.
Straight from the
Cocoa.
Coffee
Teat of the
teats.
bean.
The coffee cow.
Coffee's actually a cherry.
Coffee is just what you do is you milk the beans.
Is that how you get
Teats.
is that how you get almond milk?
Almond.
We see
Almond.
Almond, you
Almond.
piece of shit.
Who the fuck says almond?
Almond.
Almond. Oh.
Almond milk.
Almond.
Yeah. Fucking
Almonds.
You're now questioning.
Yeah,
Almonds.
good.
Almonds.
See, you're so angry about it, and now you're not sure. So
Walnut.
maybe you should.
Walnut.
Walnut. I'm on
Scones.
Walnuts, but flat.
Fat walnut. Yeah, not wrinkly like a ball sack or a brain.
Mm.
Walnuts are wrinkly like a ball sack or a brain.
Oh, I suppose so.
Oh, that's one thing. Oh no, it's not a myth. Fuck it.
It's not myth.
Well,
Fucking
we've
do it
got-
anyway.
we've
It's
got-
not like we're following any fucking order.
Right. So, why we don't eat brain? Like
Trichinosis?
pyrons.
Pyro. Oh, yeah. So it's the.
Pyromaniacs.
No, you don't. I feel like you know more about this than I
So like very few people will eat brain, and there's a reason that we don't generally eat brain.
Is this something to do with cannibalism? Same thing with cannibalism.
It does happen in cannibalism and that. It's basically prions.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
They're malformed proteins, and they're fucking terrifying. Because basically anything they
make
touch,
shit mutate.
yeah, anything they touch, they will turn into
Like
another
cancer.
virus. There's no way to stop it. That's what mad cow disease was.
Yeah.
It's a prion disease, and I think rabies is a prion
Oh,
disease.
is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No.
We don't know what AIDS is. That's like
So there was
someone
somebody. I'm sure I heard something about someone eating monkey brains, and that might be how something started.
Yeah, brain like.
And then
generally
my mind just went straight to AIDS because AIDS.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah, shit.
But yeah, like
Try
so,
not to.
mad cow disease came from cows' like feed being
The
infected
runoff.
with brain matter,
Yeah.
and yeah, these prions.
Yeah, because they put the stuff that you can't put into hot dogs into their feed.
yeah,
What you
exactly.
can't put in a sausage, they put in a hot dog. What you can't put in a hot dog, they put in a feed.
Yeah, exactly, and then that turns into a cow, which you then eat.
Yeah.
So you know, it's mental, and like
Well,
it's,
feed doesn't actually turn into the cow.
no, but they eat it and they absorb whatever's in it, and
Yeah.
they can get.
Yeah, we
prion
actually
disease.
are what we eat.
Yeah, legitimately you are.
Yeah, I never thought about it, and then I started sort of looking into it more, and we actually are.
Yeah.
I've got quite a lot of biscuits in me. I'm not eating very often now because not many biscuits are vegan.
Crumbly as fuck.
I've got quite a crispy
You must eat a lot of pussy because you're a fucking cunt.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. That's
I was sitting there thinking.
It's a ball.
that doesn't work. Emotional scars is not
Fetal
diabetes.
position is different.
It's very similar.
But yeah, no, so Sopranos is fucking, it's terrifying. Like I watched, there was this really like horrible video of this this Russian guy that got rabies, and it's the documentation of like the evolution of like what happens with this prion disease, and you're seeing him in this hospital bed like talking, and he's like really normal, and over the next few days you see him degrade. They can't. Suddenly you're
Like my
really
speech.
you're really thirsty, but you can't drink water for some reason.
Yeah, it stops. It's like a fear of water. It
Yeah.
stops you from like wanting to drink
Well,
water.
it messes
Yeah.
with your brain chemistry, doesn't it?
Yeah. Because your brain's just literally like it's just going through your brain, malforming shit.
Yeah, it's foaming in the mouth, fear of water, are all symptoms of
Yeah.
having rabies.
You know, and I watched this video and like is going through that, and then suddenly he's dead, and then there's like it's a horrible cut. Like editing wise, they go like he's like talking, he's dead. Cut, there's a brain being like dissected on the table, and that was that man like a minute ago.
Oh,
And just
shit.
like it's his brain, and they're cutting into it and looking at the damage in his brain. What's happened to him?
That's really interesting.
God damn.
It's really mental.
I thought you were like, he's dead, and then suddenly he's alive, and now zombies.
Yes, so, and that's how it'll happen. We reverse prions and
Oh,
bad
that
shit.
suck.
Yeah, so Macca, don't eat brains. Don't eat brains.
I mean, I don't tend to eat a lot of brain.
I think there might be in the hot dogs, quite frankly.
Well, I think that's one of the things that mad cow disease then made like a thing to like make sure that shit
No brains in the hot dogs.
wasn't getting put into meat and into feed and stuff like that because bad shit.
So finish out.
See, I've never had to follow anything like that. Never given a fuck. Just trying to stay away from it.
Yeah, I mean the veg, man.
Pretend that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, I guess to you it doesn't really.
Yeah, it does.
It doesn't impact you. Well, it exists, it's a thing.
It does sort of impact me now. The more I think about it, the more I realise how horrendous it is that, you know, millions of lives get snuffed out every second. Whatever, I'm not going to go on some tirade.
Yeah.
Next segment is weird foods.
Weird foods.
So I looked online, there's so many fucking weird foods, so I decided to come up with a game.
Oh, sweet.
It's not very interesting because I wanted to get like a thing, like a map to put behind us, and then you could guess where the countries are, but we're just going to have to keep it in our heads.
Okay.
Because I didn't have the resources to get a fucking map.
Maps are hard to find.
I only picked three weird foods, but I'm going to say these weird foods and you've got to guess what country they originate from.
Like, can I see it on the screen at the moment?
No.
Okay.
I can.
No, you can't see what country
I
they're
see the
from.
answer on the
Oh
screen.
no, but I can see what they're called.
Alright, cool. Neither can you.
Well, you can see a bit, yeah, don't look.
Guess
Okay.
along at home, guys.
Yeah.
Right, okay, so, yeah, right, three weird foods, you just got to guess the country they come from. Stop looking, because I actually realised that I might have put something in there that you might be
I'm
able
looking
to
at you.
realise.
Looking into your eyes.
Don't look at me.
No,
Look at the camera. Let's look at the camera for once.
Hello.
The first one is surströmming.
Uh,
Surströmming.
I know
Surströmming?
this.
Surströmming.
and,
Don't blurt your answer out, you know.
Why not?
Say
Oh,
it
wait,
at the same time.
oh,
What?
Um,
Oh, we've got to consider
Give
it and
yourselves a couple of seconds.
Oh, okay,
You're fighting against each other here.
then... Oh, what?
Oh,
Why not
for
blow my
points.
answer out? I don't understand the game.
Because then you can just copy it.
I don't understand the game.
Right. Okay. Let's start with that.
Let's do that.
okay.
I'm going to say a weird food.
Yep.
Then you think of where it's from.
Yeah.
And then I'll give you a few seconds, and then you say where it's from at the same time. And if either of you get it right, you get a point. If neither of you get it right, no one gets any fucking
What do we
points.
get if we win?
Can we get a
Oh,
point
you don't
if-
get anything. If you lose, I might make you down a shot of Tatsusino.
Don't waste it.
Can we? Do we get a point if we know what it is? And we can describe what it is.
For
Still
sure.
there.
For sure.
Because I know what it is.
Yeah, but you can also-
I know what it is without
You can also
without reading
You
it.
can also stop looking, and I know you can't see from there. So
Yeah,
it's
I'm
fine.
blind. Can't see shit.
I can barely see with my glasses on.
More
from
than
here.
4 feet
I
away
mean,
from my face.
we could do the other system, but you can just go first and I go second and vice versa.
Ah, the mistake
No,
you make,
no,
Casper,
no,
is you
no.
feel I'm honourable, sir.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
I knew that bit.
I'm just here to
That
ruin the
bit.
game.
No,
This
there's
is
something
becoming
bad.
way more of an issue than I thought it was going to be.
Okay,
go.
Surströmming. Right, think
Yes.
of your answer for a couple of seconds. Think of what it is and where it's from.
Yep.
Dan, you ready?
Austria.
Okay. Do you know what it is? Any guess
No
what
clue.
it is?
Pastry.
Okay, Caspian.
Norway?
Okay, and where do you think is? What do you think it is?
It's fermented herring in a can.
Okay. Next one, I'll tell you at the end.
Oh,
Like reading the back of a magazine
Yeah.
upside down.
Yes.
There's the answers. Answers on the back.
I always cheat with that. It's not one of those kids, you know, the guess your own adventure.
You were
Like, I
really,
had all
really
of
trying
my,
to see what the
I had
answers
all of
were.
my fingers, like in
Damn
the
my
thing.
eyes!
When it's like, oh, do you go down the corridor or do you go to the door to your left? And I
Oh,
was like, towards
no,
the
no,
left.
yeah.
Pick it. No,
Oh,
I die.
yeah, I've done that, yeah.
All the time. Awful.
Was that R.L. Stein?
Goosebumps, yeah.
R.L. Stein. Goosebumps.
Right.
Okay, go on.
The second weird food
Mm-hmm.
is the century egg.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You both got an answer?
Yes.
Right, where do you think it's from first?
China.
You say China too?
Yeah.
And what is it?
It's like a fermented egg. I don't know what
essentially
creature.
It's
It's non-specific.
Oh,
yeah,
is it?
it's
Oh, that's
it's
worrying.
buried in like
No, it can be different things.
yeah.
Human.
Oh, you're about to go.
So it's buried in salt and sand and then left for like a few days until it starts fermenting.
Yeah, I mean that's
and,
pretty
and
much
go,
what I said.
and it goes like jelly like inside.
Yeah, I mean there's loads you could have. There's a lot to the century egg, and there's a lot of different ways of doing it.
There's one that's black and there's one that's white.
So I don't know the one that's white.
So there's one that's white that's like it becomes like almost like a boiled egg, but it's like sort of like gelatinous.
Yeah.
And then there's a black one where the white has gone completely black and the yolk's gone green.
Yeah.
And they both look like boiled
the,
eggs.
The white is more like sort of like amber. It's not black. It's sort of like
Oh no,
orange.
on the black one it is.
Isn't it a thing
Yeah,
called
no,
like
it's like black and then
1,000-year-old
green.
egg? That's
It's
the
green,
thing, isn't it?
Century egg, 1,000-year-old egg, they're all the same.
Same thing.
It's
Yeah.
all the same thing,
Yeah.
yeah. It's got a million different names.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you said, it could be a few days or it could be a few months.
Yeah.
It could be a few years. I think traditionally it was like either 100 days or 100 or 1,000 days or something. And
Something like that, yeah.
no, I think
No,
they're
it can't
two
be
different
1,000
ones.
years. Yeah. Oh, maybe, yeah.
Next
Yeah,
one, last
next
one, last one. Oh,
We don't even know if we're right.
no, not yet.
Oh, at this point. Fucking exciting.
Churn.
Right, last one. This is the grossest one of those, and there were so many gross foods like, that I just picked 3 from the list, and honestly I think I've picked the least gross 3 because there were some that were fucking dark. Obviously, everyone knows the fetus egg.
Oh, yeah.
That's got
horrific. You not seen that?
You don't know the fetus egg, right?
It's
Oh.
not an egg at that point,
it's
is it?
a fertilised egg. A
Yeah.
hard-boiled fertilised egg.
Oh, I
think it's-
Actually, it's soft-boiled fertilised
Ooh,
egg.
dear.
I think it's a Filipino cuisine.
Philippines, I think
I
maybe.
think it might be
I
Filipino.
don't know whether you use the word cuisine instead of gross shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
yeah. I didn't put that on the list. There's 100 things that could have put on the list.
What's the
but
last
I just wanted to pick 3. Kasumazu.
I have no idea what this is.
Oh my god! I don't think
Kasumazu?
you'd be well. I thought you'd be.
I knew,
thought
I
you'd
knew
know
the first. I
Kasumazu.
knew the first two, but I don't know this. Kasumazu. I mean, no.
It sounds like Brazilian.
Mm. But it's.
I'll go with that.
If it was casa something, I'd think it was like house something, like house special or
Yeah, house
something.
bollocks.
But it's kasu, so I don't know.
Kasumazu.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Well,
you
first-
might as well take a wild guess.
That was what I was basing my.
Was it
Yeah.
so
Where,
Brazil?
where do you think where do you think it originates?
So I went with Brazil. Yeah.
Brazil.
I'm feeling South America. I'm
South
feeling that
America.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll allow you to just say South America.
Okay.
Okay, I'll say. Can I say Southeast Asia if he gets the whole continent?
Yeah,
Fair enough,
yeah, sure,
Yeah,
of course,
okay.
yeah.
Let's say Southeast
Okay,
Asia.
and what do you think it is?
House of dicks.
It's like a gingerbread house, but.
Made strictly of dicks. Old dicks at that.
Oh.
Not new dicks. When they get to a certain age,
Is
then
that
they can be
allowed
used
it
in the
to
Casamance.
dry out a little bit for more
No,
structural?
they're frequently hydrated, so that they
Oh,
are.
like a beached whale.
Yeah.
It's
like-
like buckets.
They're in a jelly like a pork
So
pie.
when you get a wibbly wobbly jelly, you get
Yeah.
a wibbly wobbly
That's it.
house of dicks.
Mr. Blobby lives in it.
I mean,
That's
a house of dicks
where-
is going to be
that-
wibbly wobbly.
That's where he
It's
left.
got to be
after,
wibbly wobbly.
like,
It's gas to be.
But the rule with it is that it needs to be able to house at least one Mr. Blobby, and that's the size of it. If it's not, then it's
Fucking
just
hell.
then it's just like half.
Where do you order this? Is this like a whole town that makes a casa?
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's like a feast.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
have
like
to
you
have
can't
it.
order in a restaurant. It's like
No, you've got.
Can
It's,
we
it's
do
like,
answers?
if you like a paella, you've got to order a couple of days.
so we're still going on about dicks.
House of dicks. Right, where did you say the first one was from?
Oh, I think I said
Surströmming.
Surströmming. Shit, what did I say?
You said Brazil.
No, I didn't say Brazil. I said some
No,
Austria.
Austria. And you said?
Norway,
Right, it's Sweden.
Sweden.
Oh, you went Scandinavian. You were closer. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were very close. You said it was.
Fermented herring in a can.
Yeah, it is. It's the Baltic Sea herring, lightly salted, fermented. Basically, when you salt fish to keep them preserved
Salty fish.
for like long distance travel,
In
they,
between.
what they do is they put like half the amount of salt in that you need, so it ferments.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they can that shit right up.
It's like those are the cans that you always see like YouTubers getting sent and they're like bulging.
Yes.
Like there's so much
And
gas
if
in
you
them.
open it, they make them so they can bulge because the fermenting process doesn't finish.
So if you were to apply a lot of pressure to them, would they pop?
Yeah.
So if I say threw one like a hand grenade at Logan Paul, would it explode?
Oh!
Would that?
That'd be a rise to YouTube fame.
Are we down for that? We can do that.
Yeah.
Publicity stunt.
Yeah, I mean, if
I mean,
it
like,
comes to
fuck your
England,
boxing
yeah.
match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
they're over here, aren't they?
bold.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, they're
oh, so
boxing.
England.
Have you seen
Yeah.
he's asking out for a UFC? He wants an MMA fight now.
Oh my
And
God.
he said something like, "Oh, who wants to sort of get in the rings? And Sage Northcutt replied back saying, "Let me know when you want to catch these hands." Like Sage Northcutt
Catch
is
him
like
with your face.
chiseled from these most ridiculous.
He's like Goku.
Sage Northcutt. He's barely a person.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous.
Everyone says he's like Goku, and he's
Yeah.
like a kid.
He's
so
like 20.
young,
he's fucking.
He's like early 20s,
ridiculous.
man, like 23 or something.
Sick.
And
No,
he's just shredded and like naturally like gymnastics shredded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like he cuts weight.
The drug testers just follow him. They've got like a trailer
Yeah.
attached to the back of him, and he just drags them around wherever they go. And it's like, on the hour, they just test his blood. It's like, "You sure you're not on steroids?" He's like, "No, sir, I'm not." Super polite guy as well.
Yeah.
He's so chill.
He's like Arnie from Twins.
Yeah, he kind of is like that. Yeah, but even more polite.
He like rose to New York.
He calls
from
all the
the
other
island.
fighters by their last name. He's like, "Hey there, Mr. Jones. Yeah, how's it going?" He's fucking
He
amazing.
sounds sketchy.
But
as
yeah,
fuck.
I can't wait for that. I'd
No,
really
he's
hope that
literally just a young.
He's such a nice.
He's
Yeah.
basically he's young and athletic, and people want full
That
of
is,
life.
that is the biggest understatement I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
Athletic. It's like calling like Shaquille O'Neal quite tall.
It's above average.
Yeah, it's like he's like taller than me.
Yeah, but you know, Sage isn't like fucking built. He's just fucking lean and fucking.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, he's not a bodybuilder, but
Nah.
he's just ridiculous human.
Dense
We'll talk about that
muscle.
later.
Right,
Anyway,
Century
yeah.
egg. Century egg.
China,
You
we
both
both
said
said
China.
Yeah.
You both got that right.
Yes.
Yeah, and you said a variety of ways. There's a variety of ways you can make it, and I think it's like buried in quick lime, ash, salt, clay, rice husks.
Isn't that how you bury a body?
From weeks to months, and it can be duck, chicken, quail. It doesn't matter what the egg.
Okay.
Oh, so
Human.
I didn't know about the
Oh.
different things like the lime and
Yeah, all different sorts of materials. But yeah, I think it's generally ash and clay.
yeah. I wouldn't want to go through and try them all to find out.
Which one is
Yeah,
best?
Oh yeah, no.
The lime is so
Yeah.
much better. It gives it a nice
I'm
calcium
getting
taste.
Gingery from the gingery. It's a ginger chicken.
Cassie and Marsden, you were both so far off with this. What did
Oh,
you
really?
get? What did
I
you
said
say?
South
You
America. You
said
said
Southeast
Southeast
Asia.
Asia.
It's Italy because it's a cheese.
Oh, the fucking maggot cheese!
Maggot cheese.
Ah!
It's-
Which I know
It's,
that.
it's Sardinia.
Yeah.
But Italy is fine.
Maggot cheese, House
Oh,
of Dicks.
God.
If you think about it, on a smaller scale,
They are like
they're
little-
all weeble wobbling around, isn't
Yeah.
they?
So
I'll take the one for that one.
there was some controversy recently, wasn't there? Because I think is it the EU or Italy? Someone's like trying to
Fucking EU.
ban Kazu
Brexit.
Mazu because they're saying like it's unhygienic and dangerous, which they're probably right.
Yeah,
But it's tradition.
There's
So
also
leave it.
it's not just Sardinia that has Cassimazu. There's lots of different maggoty cheeses all over Italy. They just have different regional names.
Yeah.
Cassimazu is just the most famous one.
I mean,
Loads of people have maggoty cheese, but it's not that much different from mouldy fucking cheese.
but like I don't like
People-
fruit and cheese. Never mind maggots.
Hey, I'm not saying you should like it. This is
Yeah.
the gross food section.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but mouldy cheese is great.
and that's your limit.
Yeah.
If your cheese is alive, you don't want to eat it.
Yeah.
If it can walk
Why?
away, then that's where I draw the line.
It was a little hypocritical though. I mean,
It's like,
I'd eat mice.
You'd eat mice.
Bugs.
Bugs.
Yeah, I'd probably eat mice.
Oh no, mice are my favourite thing in the whole world. Don't talk about eating mice, I'll fuck you up.
I'd eat a mouse. It'd be real easy because you hold them by the tail and just, they come with their own stick. If you dry them out, they're like a lollipop.
I would fucking kill you if you even touched a mouse near me.
Alright, if I touched a mouse near you, what if I just stroked it ever so nicely?
I'd
You'd
Love
be worried that I would eat it.
I'd love you a little bit. No, because I knew if you put a live mouse in your mouth, you'd fall in love with it, you wouldn't eat it.
I like mice, don't get me wrong, like they're nice.
Yeah, they're beautiful little
they
creatures.
seem cool. But I'm just saying, I mean, at the risk of sounding like a hypocrite, probably eat mine.
Yeah, that's the next section.
Not like me.
You being a hypocrite.
Me being a hypocrite, yeah, fair enough. I've got a gross food.
Yeah, no, should we wait for casting?
Yeah, I guess we could, but that seems like kind of slow radio. Oh, good. Are you making sure it's lined up again?
I was just making interesting radio.
Out of that lit, so I suppose technically you can't really eat any of that shit, can you?
What?
Any of that gross food list?
Surströmming, century egg, and Casamazu.
No, they're all non-vegan, aren't they?
Oh, I can't eat them.
Yeah,
oh
that's
no,
what I'm saying,
all
yeah.
the gross food was not. None of it was vegan.
Yeah.
No, fuck no.
Is there a gross option?
I don't think there's a gross vegan option.
Do you reckon?
No, man.
Ask in the restaurant. Let's just see.
I mean,
They might just
you-
whack it out.
I could eat things like soap. That'd be pretty gross. You know?
But isn't soap made from like fat and shit?
No, not these days. No.
Damn, I saw Fight Club.
Fight Club, yeah, that's it. I think a lot of people's opinions on soap are based on Fight Club.
Well, mine included, yeah.
Yeah.
Rendered fat.
You know, I can eat lots of gross things, but nothing like fermented or rotten, really. You know,
You get rotten fruit and rotten vegetables.
there's bad tasting fruit, isn't there? It's like the dragon fruit is like the one that smells really bad, but it tastes lovely.
Yeah, dragon. Oh, is it dragon?
Dragon fruit? No, I can't.
Yeah, dragon fruit
What's that
doesn't
fruit?
smell
Durian.
Durian?
Yeah, durian.
Yeah.
It smells like rotten
Smells
garbage,
Smells
but it tastes
bad,
sweet.
but tastes lovely. Yeah.
Yes. I really wanted to try durian when I was in Indonesia, but apparently, like, there's a particular thing about like Ione, my brother's wife. She's like, oh no, that won't be good durian. Like, oh no, that won't be good durian. It's like, how do you know?
She's really picky about it.
Yeah,
Specific.
that one
Yeah.
doesn't smell quite like
And-
sweet enough garbage.
The thing is, like, yeah, if something does smell like garbage, imagine there is probably a technique to getting something that's edible. So I never tried
Plus,
it.
she's Indonesian.
Yeah, so she knows. Like,
Yeah, we can definitely take her word on it.
yeah,
We can take your brother's wife's word on the Indonesian food.
yeah. I think that's probably a good source.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
He had a gross food.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
So I suppose we could do a similar sort of vibe. So if I say the name, and then you have to guess
Yeah, fuck yeah. why not?
where it was from and what it
Yeah.
is. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation,
Ah.
but Hakal.
That sounds like Klingon.
If you say it like that, so if I said Akal, then I suppose it sound Cockney.
Akal.
Hakal with a H.
Mm.
Oh, it might be Hakal. I might be putting the
Well, that makes
Is
it
there a
sound
J
like
in it?
no.
Is it just
It's
H-A?
H-A-K-A with an umlauty thing.
L.
R-L.
Oh,
Is
right.
it North Africa?
Hakal.
No.
Nice. It's Scandinavian.
Yes.
Yeah, I know what it is. I just can't fucking remember.
Ah, I've not heard of this.
Well, as you're sort of kind of guessing, I'm not going to do this. Oh, where do you think it's from? Because I've just clarified it's Scandinavian.
Scandinavian, yeah.
So it's Norwegian. It's
Norwegian.
no, it's not. It's Icelandic. My bad.
Oh.
It's like the cuisine of Iceland.
Oh, is it like? It's just a moth, dude.
Just a moth.
Stop being a fucking bitch.
Eat it.
All right. Where's it
It's on
going?
your back. Stay still.
No, don't hurt it.
I'm not trying to hurt it.
They're my friends, man.
Oh, he's not being free. He's hanging out. We're bros.
Oh no. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you hang out with Jojo. He's less likely to eat you.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So, oh,
Right
thank
where I
God.
want you, baby.
Low job from a moth.
Oh dear. Wow.
Damn. Okay.
Damn.
I have a small penis.
It's-
It's very
yeah.
small. It's a very small moth.
It's the food, Icelandic, like, national.
Oh, is it whale
it's
or
Greenland shark.
Shark. That's
Fermented
it,
Greenland
shark.
shark. Apparently.
They hang it up. Is it shark head? They hang it up. To
No,
dry.
they jar it and they ferment it for.
Oh, it's
for like
not. It's
10
not a
to
dry
15
one.
minutes.
It's a fermented
But
one.
it's like pickled. Yeah, and apparently it is fucking horrible.
Mm. Yeah, it's very similar to the surstering sort
Yeah,
of.
it's in that sort of vibe. Yeah.
Like the smell
Have
apparently.
you ever seen a Greenland shark? They are ugly fucking
Are they? Oh,
looking
I don't
animals.
know.
They're one of the animals with the longest lifespan in the world,
Oh, really?
Okay.
and they are one of the mammals with the longest lifespan, and they are
Yeah.
fucking gross looking.
Oh, they're not like the really like blubbery ones, are they? Like.
No, they're just
No.
fucking. They
they're
look,
quite
honestly,
scrawny.
they look really deformed. Like they look really like they're kind of fucked up.
No.
Yeah, Greenland sharks.
Like
ugly as shit.
a root of ginger or a
Yeah,
or a
Pharaoh's
Pharaoh's
testicle.
testicle.
Yes,
Pharaoh's testicle. Just a hint.
just a hint.
Pharaoh's
Pharaoh's testicle. All right, final segment,
got any
then,
more?
guys.
Oh, you-
Okay.
No, I'm
Is
done.
that
with
the only one?
Oh,
Yeah,
I got one.
Do you want to you do us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, like,
Yeah.
I didn't go as obscure as you guys, so I'm
Oh,
just
like,
gonna
you
say,
usually
you'll
like
know
full
exactly what it
fractions.
is. Well, jackfruit.
Oh, yeah. Jackfruit's supposed to be lovely.
Yeah. Have you had it?
No, it's like one of the most. Isn't that what like most vegan stuff's made of these days?
Yeah. Have you tried jackfruit?
Not to my knowledge.
Why
Fucking
is
weird.
that gross?
It's just weird foods.
Yeah, it's weird, not gross foods.
Oh no. Oh, it does. Oh, sorry. I thought
Yeah.
they were doing gross food.
That's what I was like. Oh, this isn't gross.
If we did gross foods, you both just went like mushrooms, so that would be really
Yeah.
boring.
I don't like
mushrooms.
No, so jackfruit is fucking weird because
You could get it canned and it's quite
Yeah.
fibrous, so it's like meat. In that
it's
sense.
like pork.
Yeah. No, loads of fake meat, like not fake meat that you buy from the shop. When people make homemade vegan fake meat, they use jackfruit a lot.
So pulled jackfruit instead of pulled
like
pork.
pork and pulled chicken.
So can you prepare it in the same way?
Exactly,
Yeah.
and it tastes
You can-
exactly the same.
you know,
It
it's
feels
like
exactly the
shredded.
same. You would have no fucking idea that it wasn't pulled pork.
So if I chuck some jackfruit in a slow cooker with the same preparation I would do pulled pork, except for I'm literally taking the pork out and putting the jackfruit in.
I think you might have to cook it like slightly differently because it's not as dense and proteiny as a.
So it might dissolve a little bit and it might spin a bit.
Like you. In fact, I think what we did is we cooked it for a bit and then we pulled it with forks.
Yeah.
Like you would like
Pork.
a pork shoulder or whatever. And then cover it with like barbecue, like flavourings and sauce and that, and then put it in the oven.
Yeah, big for
With all that.
barbecues, jackfruit.
Really good, and it's actually like banging. You would have no idea. Like,
Jackfruit.
and it just comes in a can. Like, I mean, just even like a practical standpoint, like instead of having to get friggin'
tin,
like
Well,
a shoulder of
keeps
pork.
for longer.
Yeah, you get a tin instead of a
Well,
shoulder of
shit.
pork.
It's like tinned pineapple.
Yeah, but like what's weird is that I had it previously. I've only had it like
I've never eaten it. I just know that
You
it
should
is.
give it a go. It's bloody
Yeah,
great.
it's just as we were saying about earlier, like preparing vegan food like that. It's just a bit of effort that I'm not really up for. I don't really give a fuck.
It doesn't take that long though. Like it's literally like I think it's like boil it, pull it, cover it with barbecue sauce, finish it in the oven.
Yeah.
Have that with some sweet potato fries.
As I said, I do like a sweet potato fry, but they never go crispy like potato. But they also are very good, especially with like
It's fucking hard.
you know when you get like that big like sea salt, the big like
oh, the Madron sea
yeah, man.
salt.
Oh, big chunks of sea salt on sweet potato fries is fucking good.
If I know you're saying about like corn flour.
Corn
Corn flour is a bit of a pain, but if you do have it and you whack your sweet potato fries in that before
crisp those bad boys up.
Crisp those bad boys up.
Crisp them
Crispy,
motherfuckers up.
yeah.
Delightful. I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
But
But
I'll forget it immediately. That's why. Glad it's recorded.
this is why we have it. The only people that are watching this is us. The recipe
You
ideas.
go back 3
and
views.
to avoid fucked up fermented shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so the last section is controversial foods,
Controversial.
and I just put 2 words on mine, which is horse meat.
Oh! Good old Iceland.
Right, so
Yeah.
we brought this up a lot throughout the podcast, but we never went into it, which is about hypocritical
Yeah.
or ignorant food eaters. I have a small story, which is just that when I met when I met Kate,
Yeah.
she ate meat. And then that was just around the time the horse scandal happened. There was a big fucking horse scandal.
Like
fucking
Findus, like microwave meals, wasn't it?
Yeah.
There was horse
Basically,
meat in the
there
lasagna.
was a load of horse meat in some fucking processed food, and people freaked the fuck out. And I went, I was like, come on, if you fucking eat this but not this, you've got some fucking issues. There's something you need to work out.
Isn't it more to do with what like horse meat does? So horse meat isn't necessarily as safe.
No, it's fine. It's
No, it's fine. You can eat it raw.
Is it?
Yeah.
Horse meat is
In
used
fact,
constantly.
actually,
It's just not.
No, the fucking Mongols ate that shit, didn't they? They were howling. They were eating mare's blood. and shit.
So horse meat is equine meat that you can get in the Netherlands. It's more expensive than buying beef. So, in a way,
Thank
doing
you,
a service.
Findus. Yeah. It's like chucking.
we do a little treat. We put a little bit of a special.
That's just it.
It's the worst Norwegian accent I've ever heard.
No.
Any Norwegian?
No, it wasn't
I thought we were
Norwegian.
talking
It was
about
like it was like a European.
Yeah.
That was an Italian accent. It wasn't.
Oh, well, yeah, the Italian, they would never.
You just did the hand movement.
But yeah, because they were told that there was horse meat in their products, and they went, yeah, there's horse meat in everything we do.
Yeah.
We eat horse over here. And everyone was like, what the fuck are you talking about? We don't eat horse here. And so I said that to Kate, and eventually she stopped eating meat. Because she realised that...
But I like horses.
She loved... She had a horse.
Oh.
And she liked
Okay.
horses.
I suppose that would be equivalent to if somebody said, "Oh, I had dog in it."
It's the same. It's exactly the same. There's
Yeah,
no
it is the
difference.
same.
And
Yeah.
this is my point. And I think everyone knows it. And I don't think you guys would you guys eat meat, and I don't think you'd exclude the meat from your diet.
No.
Maybe if it tasted like crap, but you
Yeah,
wouldn't
exactly,
exclude it because you love the
I
animal.
wouldn't do it on a moral because I've already decided to make that moral decision.
That's it. Yeah.
But
To
most
allow
I've met
death.
pigs I like.
But
That
there are
doesn't stop me from
so
eating
many
bacon.
fucking people that are like, oh, you can't eat dogs or horses or cats or fucking.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
Don't eat my dog. You eat my dog, I'll fucking kill you. Like, but
Give him a nibble on the
that's
face.
my dog. Well, sometimes you need to buy him. He's know his boss. But yeah, I guess the concept of eating. So we pick which animals, don't we? So there was that big campaign, wasn't it, in America, where you see it, where it's got like a chicken, then a pig, then a cow, then a horse, then a person, and they're just like, where do you draw the line? And there was that big joke where
Person.
someone just did the line between horse and cow, and right here, motherfucker, and like graffitied over it. And I guess it is weird that we sort of pick that line.
Yeah.
Like, there are. Which ones do we think? Which ones are Disney, and which ones do we not eat? Like,
I mean, and there's some reasons that could be legit.
So Dave Lister, a fictional character in Red Dwarf, says he won't eat. He's not a cartoonivore. He won't eat anything that's been a cartoon. Roadrunners.
Coyotes.
Yeah.
everything's been a cartoon.
Rabbits.
Well, that's
kind of-
obviously part of the joke.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's
Sorry.
his curries made out of?
that's why I don't like Red Dwarf. I can do it.
Chicken, lamb.
Yeah, chicken and lamb. Well, mutton.
Yeah.
He's always talking about mutton.
Yeah.
Mutton's less of a thing these days.
Yeah, you don't
Like, I
get
don't really get mutton. It's just like, no, we want baby sheep.
Mm.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't want them to get big. Make sure that they're dead when they're a baby.
What about veal? That's some dark shit.
It's
Well, again, so when I was looking up controversial food, things like veal came up, but then I wanted to just go to the super extreme, which is horse.
Yeah.
And obviously
is
there
that
was
more extreme, do you think?
No, what I'm saying is it was extreme in the public eye. People were so outraged that there was horse meat in their food.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
But
they're
it's,
outright.
but it's not as bad as it was exactly the same. It's
not.
it's the same as cow, it's the same as dog. It's
I think
exactly
the thing with the horse meat is that people felt they were missing
pigs
form.
are cleverer than dogs.
Yeah, no, that's, and I don't think that was the issue though. I think the issue was about the horses.
Is the labelling.
Yeah, they weren't told that it has horse in it, and then if they made the choice, then
How
whatever.
many of those people have had a kebab?
Solid strong question.
I am 100% sure there's a bit of human in a few kebabs.
Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me.
This kebab's got a nail.
It's got a ring. It's
Yeah,
great.
just blinked at me.
Sorry,
Wink.
it's got chili and garlic sauce in it. It's alright. It's good to go.
We're fine. Push it down. It's all right. But I think veal is a very clear choice because you know exactly what you're ordering when you get that thing.
And I've eaten veal a lot in Portugal because it's not a controversial thing.
Yeah,
Like,
I've never had it.
veal
I
and
don't
sucking
think I've been
pig.
to somewhere that has it on the menu. To be
Yeah,
honest.
and it's because in England, especially, like, you know, there is a great big moral divide. And go, oh no, we can't do that.
Yeah,
And
it's
and
just
Which
weird
is fucking
divide.
insane.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
but to be
Oh, let it see its mum before we fucking
Yeah.
you know,
to,
put it send it off to the factory
be
farm.
fair though, like, it is a horrible practice because it's like
In my eyes, there's no difference between killing a baby sheep and an adult
Yeah.
sheep.
but it's
What's
it's,
the fucking difference? You're
well,
still killing
it's a
something you
quality
don't have
of-
to kill.
Yeah,
it's a quality of life thing though.
Alright,
like,
I know.
and I know it inevitably ends in death, but like one that's been tortured all its life compared to one that had a nice life
yeah.
is different.
In your head, I feel like
Yeah.
we tell ourselves it's different a little
Yeah,
bit.
I mean it still
Yeah.
results in death. It still results in death, but like
You definitely do tell yourselves. I didn't really. That's a good point. You do
Yeah.
tell yourselves a little bit that it is better.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's better, but it's not much better.
Yeah.
and also that's why I don't
I'm
divide the line and I always still eat it in Portugal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
no,
it.
It is horrible. But
I
It's
have
kind of the difference. Would you want to, if you
I
had
have
the
to
choice?
respect the fact that you
Yeah.
don't have a line.
it's fucking
Well,
it's
no,
fucking
I
evil,
don't,
but
I
it's
don't think you
delicious.
have to respect it. I just think you have to be aware of it.
I'd rather someone. I'd personally rather someone didn't have a line than had a line.
Yeah.
I had a weird line, like a weird
Any
wobbly
line.
Like,
I just hate when people say, "Oh, you can't eat a dog. It's my pet." Or it's like,
Yeah.
"Well, you eat fucking cows.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Cows are well good. Cows are just giant dogs. I prefer cows to dogs, man.
I mean, they're not just giant dogs.
They are.
but-
They're so fucking playful. They're like
Well,
puppies. They're so fucking.
They
happy
could
and
also
lovely.
break your ribs and
Oh, they're
stamp
bigger.
on your head.
Yeah, yeah.
They wouldn't
They'll
though.
kill you.
Well,
They can.
yeah, they can.
Yeah.
A dog could fuck you up anyway.
Ah.
Loads of dogs can
Big dog
fucking
will
kill
fuck you up.
Mate,
Yeah.
cats can
So,
fuck you up.
so big dogs are actually literally made for that.
Yeah.
Like fucking Alaskan Malamutes and shit like that.
Yeah.
The bear hunters, so they'll fuck me up.
Loads of dogs. I mean, The names that we have for dogs are the hunting names that we still use for them, even though they're not hunters and they haven't been hunters for like 100 years.
Oh, like terriers and
Retrievers, fucking
yeah.
pointers, like
Yeah.
they're still the hunting names for them. They're
Yeah.
still fucking hunting dogs. They're still fucking up.
We stopped eating them because we realised they were useful.
It's the exact same thing with horses.
Yeah.
That's the reason we stopped eating horses.
Right.
Because we. Well, no, it's not that we were riding. They're using them for wagons.
Ah,
They were
Yeah.
dragging us around. They're not doing that anymore. So maybe we should just start eating them.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, there's not that many horses about because we don't eat them. So the only people that have horses are rich people.
If we ate more horses, would there be less mental fucking girls that thought horses were their best friends?
No, they would be just more in your face about it.
Oh, really? Ugh.
Don't eat my fucking friends.
Oh, God, yeah. Horse girls are crazy.
like
You imagine a horse girl.
I'm imagining some sort
A
of
centaur. A reverse centaur.
well, like I'm gonna get into sort of clopping territory, sort of like
What?
you know, clopping.
No. This is something to do with furries.
Yeah, it's a subgenre of fairies.
Oh, really?
Hey, you know way more about furries than I do.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know they were even subgenres.
Oh yeah. Like clopping is sort of like I think that's to do with the My Little Pony crowd.
Bronies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, bronies.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I met a brony once. And,
How did you know it was a brony? Did he just tell you straight out?
Yeah.
Did he say his
very
name was like
vocal?
Shadow
very
Sparkle or
vocal.
some
And
shit?
I was
So
fascinated.
they've all got
That's a
fucking-
good name.
Yeah,
Shadow Sparkle.
Shadow. It sounds like a bit like a dragon from How to Tame Your Dragon.
I'm shiny but dark.
Yeah, that's it.
And
Yeah.
moody.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he
black
was
person.
very upfront about it. But
Oh, you make me sick.
the best response I got was like, because like I was really fascinated. I was just
Yeah.
like, what's
Tell
the,
me what
what's,
the
what's
fuck
the
you're doing,
fucking
yeah.
deal with bronies? And
It's
it's like,
great when you can meet someone who's out about it. So listen, man, I'm gonna ask you some weird questions just
Yeah.
because I want to know. I'm not trying to take the piss. I'm just
I
trying to
just
get
want to know. No, yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't want to take the piss. I was
Yeah.
like, I mean, I find it very
We're
weird.
gonna do that now.
I find it
obviously.
fascinating.
You find it hilarious,
Yeah.
but that's irrelevant.
And I was like, so what's the deal? And it's like, wow, it's a sense of community, and it's, you know, people come together, and
That's
and
a weird argument, though, isn't it?
I know.
It's a bunch of shit. Like, go play football.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of stuff
but
against
the,
this
the
community.
best,
Get involved in your community.
what instead?
Plant some fucking food. You know?
No, I just want.
I thought allotment, wanking over child's cartoons.
Yeah, I mean,
Is it wanking over child's
I think
cartoons?
that's part of
I
being
thought it was like
brony, isn't it?
dressing up as it. And
I'm
well,
sure,
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly
I don't know enough about
I
it.
know.
I feel like you
But
probably know more than I do at this
Yeah.
point.
the best fucking thing that it came out is like, well, the best thing I think that's come out of the brony community is the music. I was like, what?
Oh my god, I haven't heard the music. I can't. I didn't know there was music. I
I've
can't
not
wait
actually-
to hear it.
I
at this
never
point.
chased it up.
Oh my god! The second,
I was like-
second we finish this, we are googling brony anthems and just fucking drinking all the booze.
I just
I
know
don't-
it's not
I-
going to be good.
I want that in your search history,
I-
not mine.
I've searched some questionable shit. That is not going to be one of the
The
things.
fucking the raids in the house as we speak. They're like, right, you clapping motherfucker.
Oh my god! Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I can't wait to hear some
Did
Brony
you,
music.
did you have any more controversial food? Did you come up with any controversial food?
Yeah, jackfruit.
Oh.
No, weird food. Oh no,
No,
controversial food.
controversial. We're a
Oh,
whole
wait,
step
wait,
later.
wait.
Yeah, I was just saying the horse meat.
I've got
thing.
two.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Hello. I'm gonna stop looking at my
Was
dick.
veal
and
what
actually-
you had?
What?
Was veal yours?
I was a bit honest. Said shark.
Shark.
Shark fin soup. Because sharks are kind of.
soup sucks up.
So shark had the weird. So Jaws fucked up sharks, basically. So as soon as
Steven
Jaws,
Spielberg.
as soon as Jaws came
They're
out.
like lions of the sea. You know?
Oh yeah, but that's kind
They'll
of.
fuck you up if they want to.
But how many people do they fuck up though?
Yeah, like 4 a year.
Yeah, like fuck
Yeah.
all. Like cows kill more people, and you're mad at me being cows.
I'm not mad at you. I just love cows.
Okay, good. But cows kill far more people than
Yeah, they kill like
sharks
30
do.
people a year.
I mean, it's a weird argument
The
that people.
hippopotamus kill like 400 people.
Yeah, they
That's
kill a
like
bunch of
insane.
fucking people.
Really?
I would eat
Yeah,
the fuck out of
hippopotamus
it. I
are-
would
hippopotamus
definitely
are-
eat a hippo.
hippopotamus-
I'd eat a hippo. Just for vengeance.
You killed my friends! You delicious bastards!
Even if it didn't taste good, I'd eat the fuck out
I
of a hippo.
don't think they taste good because other people will probably eat them.
Yeah,
Plus, you can't get close to them because they're fucking up. Their heads are like
You don't
this
have to be
big.
close to them. We've got guns and shit. That's
Oh yeah,
Do
well,
you
I forgot
being a
about that.
human?
Well, that's another thing. You know, if you didn't evolve killing stuff and eating it, you tend to not eat it these days. Giraffes don't eat giraffes because they're big and fucking
And
scary.
strangle a giraffe. Giant neck. Easy to lock it in.
There's
Oh,
a lot,
easy to
there's
lock
a lot
it in.
to strangle.
Easy.
You know.
Like, so I'd just go
have
for
you
the base.
seen them fight though?
What? Giraffe?
Giraffes.
Whack, like a conker.
They play conkers with their heads.
Yeah,
Which is a
man.
stupid way to fight. If you're how do you fight? Oh, you headbutt shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
you're like a
think-
rhino that has a big ball.
Yeah, but think about it. Like, it's all that swinging motion. Apparently, that's a lot of force.
Yeah, I get
can't
that.
remember-
But what do you aim to hit when you fight someone? Their
The head.
fucking head.
The giraffes everywhere
I
just
just
went.
go liver shots, liver shots, liver
Oh
shots.
shit!
The Baz Ruttons. Just like just kick like a donkey or some shit. What are you
Lads, we've been doing it wrong.
Yeah, I know, but the giraffe is not
doing?
a war animal.
Are we
is it?
reaching out to a giraffe?
They
Clink
always
But
fucking
like,
suck at MMA.
Look at them though. Look at them.
Oh, I
They
watched-
weren't built for war. were they?
Well, they're big.
You couldn't ride into battle on one.
I'd be a laugh though, wouldn't it?
It'd be a fucking great time.
I can see everything from it.
If you put like a sniper.
You would be holding on to it.
Whoa!
The saddle's still down here. You'd have to be like, move your head
And like a
away.
crow's nest in his head. And just sitting there laying down. This thing's like fucking wobbling around.
The archer from the top.
Yeah. Well, I was in Lord of the Rings. It has to be all over that shit.
Oliphants.
Anyway, my point I was making was
Yeah.
that so sharks in general aren't a dangerous creature for us unless you're hanging out with them, which is kind of a given thing. Like don't sort of chill
Yeah,
out.
don't
and
go
hang
in the
out
sea.
with sharks. Well, yeah, it's one of those sort of sharks.
Jellyfish are more dangerous
Sharks kill
than
some
sharks.
people. Yeah, but that's because we're land-based mammals, and we don't hang. If we hang out in the sea more, sharks will probably fuck us up more.
Yeah.
But let's
If
be
we hung
honest,
out in the sea more, we'd probably get better at hanging out in the sea more.
yeah, it doesn't mean sharks wouldn't eat the fuck out of us.
That probably means we'd have weapons.
Like,
Yeah.
we've already got harpoons.
Harpoons.
Yeah, that kind of a thing.
Why is harpoon the only weapon that's like
Sea.
aqua based?
Why is
Sea
it?
based.
Like
Like
spear.
you always get in like fucking FPSs as like, oh, you can't use any of your guns in like water, but you can use
Well,
a
you can't.
harpoon gun.
Some guns you can use underwater.
You can't
Yeah,
use
no, you
guns
can use
underwater.
some.
Some guns you can.
What?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know every name of every
No.
gun, but I watched. There's a thing on Netflix
I'll tell
about
you.
Hollywood weapons
Okay.
and the guns that you can discharge underwater.
Oh, I'm not talking about discharging. I'm talking about the bullet won't travel more than about a foot.
Yeah,
Well,
there was a
true.
thing where there was a movie scene where so the thing
No,
this
the-
Netflix series is
the
all
only
about
thing I-
disproving. Don't interrupt me, you motherfucker.
I know. Sorry, I stopped.
It's all about this. They're trying to disprove movie scenes. So they're saying this person has got this gun and he shot twice through a windscreen. The first shattered the windscreen. The second one went through the bad guy who was in the car after it went into the water. So they went in and they tested that. They did like a scientific set of scientific
Myth-
was it a
parameters.
pis- was it a
It's kind
pistol?
of like
Was it-
MythBusters,
yeah,
but it's
but not.
specifically
Was it a
about
pistol?
shooting shit. Yeah.
Right, so
The
pistols,
pistol's
the lower the velocity of the weapon, the further it can travel in the water. If you use like a high capacity rifle,
So it's not about trying to say travelling far. It's about also being able to go through that windscreen and the person as
Yeah.
well.
the windscreen's not an issue here.
Well, the thing is, it's the size, isn't it?
No. If you fire a high capacity round, if you fire something with very high velocity, even just a normal rifle into the water, the bullet it hits the water with
If it wasn't
such.
into the water, it was already under the water.
It's the same thing.
Is it?
Actually,
Well,
no,
I
it might
guess
not be.
that's- Yeah.
What I was just about to say is the bullet when it hits the water, it breaks into pieces.
Yeah, because the impact.
But if you fire a handgun or a lower velocity weapon,
Yeah.
so the less velocity, the actual more it can go through the water because it doesn't have so much power that it actually the bullet explodes.
Yeah.
I didn't think about actually discharging a rifle underwater.
It was a handgun, but yeah.
But
I mean,
also
yeah.
just the surface area via
No, that's
friction.
that's
of
not
the water.
that's not really an issue
Is that
because
not an
no, because
Well, it's more to do with the combustion. You're underwater.
no,
No, but like the travel distance of bullets in water. Because I thought that the difference was like with handguns is that because they're smaller, they're less
a handgun
surface area
a handgun-
to stop their velocity going
Right.
through the water.
And this conversation right here is why we have harpoons.
well, like a
Four
free
on Half-Life.
like a 355. You know, it's about that long, but it's coned. It's got a much longer cone, and a 9mm bullet is only this, and it's
Aerodynamic.
it's less aerodynamic,
Yeah.
much less.
But it goes
aerodynamic. Yeah, because it has lower velocity and it won't break. But that's if you're firing into water, and I actually don't know about when you're already underwater.
I'll show you the thing afterwards, so
Yeah.
you'd be interested.
Cool.
But okay, what were we
Controversial
getting
food.
at?
You've got to.
We'll go away from
Shark.
that. Shark fin soup. Sharks are getting hunted to extinction, but no one really gave a fuck because everybody hated Jaws. That was
No,
kind of the
everyone,
thing.
everyone loved Jaws. I didn't.
No,
I
everyone
don't
likes the
like Spielberg.
movie, but everyone hates sharks after the movie. That was
Sharks.
what Spielberg always states. That the
They do
reason
have
he-
cold dead
the reason
eyes.
he hates the reason he hated Jaws, like retrospectively, is because it made everybody hate sharks. Like he made such a convincing movie monster out of the great white shark that everyone then went, fuck sharks, and now everybody hates fucking sharks in general.
Yeah.
Like not everyone, not specifically everyone. All the sea shepherd guys, obviously a big fan of it, but
Do any of us hate sharks?
I mean, they fucking terrify me. They're fucking
I
horrifying.
wouldn't hang out with
I
one.
wouldn't mind giving one a lick.
No.
Their skin's like-
As soon as I get in the sea
Apparently,
any further than my feet can feel, I'm genuinely worried about sharks. They immediately go into my head.
I can't swim, so I tend to not go further than that anyway.
As soon as I get to that point, sharks enter my mind. You know, like these invasive thoughts sometimes. Like when you're walking home sometimes, and when a toddler runs past me, I'm like, so why? So I don't know, fuck knows.
It's a laugh, isn't it?
Or like when you're walking home alone, it's fucking pitch black, and it's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever. You're walking somewhere shady. It's like, so you walk somewhere normal. You go, do that way, or do I do the shortcut, which is dark and fucking
Always
sketchy?
go the dark way,
And
because
soon-
we went the light way once,
This
and he got
happened to us.
fucked up.
What I'm trying to get at
You nearly got fucked
I
up.
nearly got fucked up.
is that you go through the dark way, and the second you start going through the dark way, your brain goes, you're gonna get murdered.
Well, that's the thing. We thought that once. We were walking home on New Year's Eve in about
2006.
No, we weren't 16.
No.
It was about 2003.
Oh yeah,
We
2004.
were about 13. We were maybe alright.
Yeah, we hadn't
on the
finished
cusp.
school. Yeah.
No, we were young, dude.
I remember it was a.
Yeah, but you're
Significant-
awful with
well,
years.
it was
man.
an- it was an
Great.
even year.
You think everything's like 1995? It's like we were 4 when
Yeah, no,
this
it wasn't.
was high on
We
heroin.
finished school in 2006.
We finished school in 2005. I was 15 when we finished school.
What was 2006?
Doesn't matter. Tell a story.
Okay, go. So basically we was out for New Year's.
We were out for New Year's,
drank in a car park
Yeah.
because we couldn't get into the angling club.
Yeah.
Oof.
We were like 13.
Yeah.
And we went back. We were on our way back to his, and we had 2 choices: go up the well-lit street, which is next to the Shah, or go up the sketchy dodgy alley, which is probably better but dark. And we were like, "Fuck this! We're going the light way because at least like people will see."
Yeah.
And then some kids started trying to fuck us up.
Fucking group of travs that were just like hanging out there on
Full
something.
flat squad, isn't it?
One drove past me yesterday. The ringleader drove past me yesterday.
I don't even remember their faces.
I do. I remember everything.
It was really
Don't know
crazy.
kids. Fuck you, man. I remember faces.
So like it was so funny because like Kirk, who were like mates with at the time, like he decided to talk to them for some reason because they said
They were after weed, and he
No,
was
after
like,
weed, it
"I
was
can
like-
get you weed."
yeah, and
Fuck's sake, man.
then halfway through it was like, oh maybe I can't get you weed, and then they got angry.
pissed off. Yeah.
No, it was even before that. The guy just fucking hooked him.
He hooked him, put him in the fucking road, and then started boating his
Oh
face.
fuck's sake.
And then
And
one
then,
guy tried throwing my head into a wall.
Right.
But I managed to
Look,
stop.
The pavement was 6 foot, say,
Mm.
right, and Caspian was 2 foot into the road, and this guy pushed him so hard that Caspian's head just
I was like this far away from
grazed.
smashing it
It's
into
like,
the wall.
and it's one of those walls which is just loads of flint rocks,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that would have just fucking cracked his head open, man. He was like
man.
like a few inches
A
from
few
getting
beers
his,
in you as well. That would have been a bad fucking night,
Well,
man.
we wish we had a few beers in us. I think.
Yeah.
I think
We
we
drank in
did.
the car park.
Yeah, we drank probably like a bit of beer each or something.
Yeah, it wasn't much. It was a bit of a disappointing New Year's.
Well, then we just probably would have gone back to us and got hammered. It's fine.
Yeah, but it was. Yeah, we had each other.
No one touched me, by the way. I'm standing there like, what the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
No one even looks at me.
I didn't really
It's like
understand.
6 of them and 3 of us, and I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Fuck him. not
I'm
literally.
looking and I'm like, I
We've
don't
gone
know
down
what
a
to do.
strange way.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, sorry.
Controversial food. Sorry.
Controversial. So the ones that I was looking at was coriander. So and what's
I hate coriander.
so? And what do you think of coriander?
Impartial, kind of. It doesn't really separate.
It tastes like
anything.
garbage.
So 4 to 14% of the population have they taste soap basically.
No, that's not what I taste.
What do you taste?
It's garbage water.
I think it's one of those, like, if you overdo it, then it tastes like shit. But
No,
if you
I
just,
love
little-
coriander powder, which is coriander seeds powdered. I love
Yes.
coriander seeds, but I hate coriander leaves.
Yes. So and one of the things is like
Coriander,
Hannah
coriander
hates coriander.
seeds coriander seeds and powder are one of the best things to put in curries.
Yeah. But it's a bit different when it's like powdered and like been processed.
No,
Like, when
the
it's
leaf is very different. I know.
Yeah, and what's weird is that it's only a small percentage of people. We all know like that one person that fucking hates coriander,
Yeah, me.
and it's down to an olfactory gene.
Olfactory
Gene called OR6A2.
What,
apparently.
that bastard?
Fucking
Son of a
OR6A2.
bitch.
And it's basically it
Never
causes a
trusted him.
sensitivity to picking up aldehydes.
Okay.
And it's and aldehydes are things that like you get with like formaldehyde.
Well, I say formaldehyde was
and
the
it's
first one
like-
that came to my head.
And it's yeah.
Well, if you got aldehydes, there's
Yeah.
not much that can
Yeah.
go before it.
Form
Before
immediately, yeah, yeah.
aldehydes.
Well, ethylaldehydes and methylaldehydes.
Yeah, so I
Oh,
just
yeah.
assumed I didn't know the other shit because I didn't know about it.
But yeah, apparently it's a sensitivity to aldehydes. So it's a small chemical,
Grab me
it's a
a
small
side,
gene
please, Jake.
change in only a small percentage of the population. But it
Do
always
you think
seems
that's
like
why I
one
have
person-
them?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Or maybe I just don't like the taste of it.
or maybe just yeah, it might be different. I don't know. For the majority of people that
That's mine.
oh that's this
Thanks,
good,
yeah, that's great.
I've got Hogarden. Can we get Hogarden, please?
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it's only a small. It's only like 4 to 40% of people that have this sensitivity to aldehydes.
That's weird.
But everyone knows that Hannah hates coriander. You hate coriander. Like I know quite a few people that hate it. And generally,
I'm
it tastes like
I'm not a fussy eater.
Mm.
I don't like mushrooms because I don't particularly like the flavour and the texture.
textures for me.
But that's literally the only other thing other than coriander that I'm not happy to just put in food.
yeah,
Yeah, sure, meat, but I mean, if you think about it, meat isn't actually that much. If you just class it as
Yeah.
meat.
this is all meat. Coriander meat.
You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, there's 100 different types of meat, but if you just call it meat, it's just still
Yeah.
one ingredient.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
exactly.
put 6 different kinds of meat in a
I mean,
stew.
not with that hatches.
When like a fish pie, you definitely do a variety of meat.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
fishes.
cod and
Cod haddock.
haddock prawns and
Cattle. I'm not saying there aren't exceptions, but you know what I'm saying.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay.
So
There's a
it's-
lot
it's-
more vegetable choices.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you, sir.
It too.
So it's weird that it's only a small gene change in a small percentage of the population that causes that and thing. And it's similar to the other one that I was looking up. So asparagus So
Oh yeah, it's like
Have you-
40% people piss smells weird when they have asparagus. I've never
So is
really
it-
eaten asparagus.
I don't think I've ever
I was
eaten
gonna
enough
say,
asparagus
I think
and
I've had
thought about
one
it after
spear
a week.
once,
yeah,
and I didn't think much of it, so I didn't bother
I've
eating
definitely
it.
had places where I've had multiple spears of it, but I've never gone to the toilet afterwards and gone, fucking hell, my piss smells horrible. Or at least I haven't remembered that.
yeah.
I've had lots of different smelling pisses. You know, you've
Yeah.
got your sugar puff
Sugar puff
piss.
piss,
Yeah.
yeah.
See, oh,
Classic.
instantly knows it.
Yeah, but what's
Prawn
interesting?
cocktail piss.
I've not had that.
It smells like prawn cocktail, but not fishy. You know, no, sorry, prawn cocktail
Like
skips.
skips.
Yeah, like tangy.
Yeah.
Oh, not
What
had that.
causes
Sort of
that?
mellow, like a mellow
Yeah.
tang.
What causes
So
that?
Well, this.
That's just diet weirdness. I don't know. Dehydration. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, like some of those chemicals like make their way.
If
through
I, when
to
I've
the
had
piss.
like 6 ciders, my piss smells like cider.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Well, you should drink
Well,
a
it's not
lot
sweet.
of energy drinks. Like
Oh,
that.
really? Did you?
It was like pissing nectar. I'd get my way through like a 4-pack of Monster a day.
That's
Yeah, it was, like,
so
thick.
bad for you,
Yeah,
man.
horrendous.
That's
Yeah.
horrific.
No wonder you're so fucking fat.
Yeah, for sure, that definitely. And it never came into my mind because
No.
my mind went sort of, food is for fat. And then
Yeah.
So the sugar, that's
Oh,
just,
yeah, you
just
got-
drinks.
yeah.
Need to make me feel awake. And then I realised it's like 400 calories in each fucking can.
Is that it? I
That's probably
genuinely
not
think
true.
it was
Don't
more.
sue me, monster.
Yeah.
But it's
I probably will, honestly.
yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's just syrup, and I had it to make me awake, and ironically, it just made me more sleepy. It was just because
Eventually,
I was like awake for like the time I was drinking it. As soon as I finished it, it was like, oh fuck. I
Well,
need
we
that
were
one.
never into that shit, but like so many of them were.
Yeah, well, I did get in uni. I did start drinking.
I mean, when
Monster.
we were growing up and that, we never touched that shit.
Not really. Like the odd Red Bull.
I
It was
don't
the
even
vodka
like that,
Red Bull
mate.
revolution that kind of done it. I think
Yeah.
that sort of thing where it was sort of like, yeah, what you want is booze and poison.
Yeah, just that's what cocaine's
So
for.
when vodka is like the least,
Booze and
the
cocaine.
lesser evil.
It's much better than. I reckon cocaine's probably more healthy than energy drink. Well, okay, wait.
doubt it.
If you have a cup of cocaine and a cup of energy drink, the
Fucking
cocaine
Tony
might kill you.
Montana.
That's it. Actually, like, what's interesting, like the thing that's supposed to keep you awake in energy drinks, apart from the
Taurine?
well, yeah, taurine. Like how that
And
works.
caffeine.
But caffeine. One of the things is like it doesn't give you energy. But what it does do is it suppresses the
Desire
part
to
of the
sleep.
body to sleep and to stop making adrenaline.
Yeah, it doesn't make you tired. It just stops you from going to sleep. It doesn't make you less tired.
Yeah.
It just stops you from going to sleep. So you still feel like shit.
Yeah.
You just can't close your eyes.
Yeah.
And that was the sort of point. It was like, what the fuck am I doing? Plus, it was literally poisoning myself.
Was that when you were playing a lot of World of Warcraft?
It certainly was, sir.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
That's a classic
Staying
like,
up
trope.
till 4 in the
Staying
morning.
up for Monster,
4?
Cheetos,
Yeah.
and World of Warcraft.
Mate, I did it 36 hours straight. Literally, did no sleep.
Sort of proud of you.
Had to hit that level
Sorted
cap,
out.
man. We were doing a race. Like, you know, it happens. And
That's
yeah,
insane.
we were literally with the release was at midnight. The entire guild, the entire squad got on at midnight. We were all fucking ready to rock and roll. We'd all had our gear and stuff like. We were all over like Vent or Skype, whatever the fuck it was at the time. All chatting to each other. So we all had like fucking stacks of energy drinks, stacks of shitty snacks like Pringles and all sort of garbage that definitely wouldn't have helped. Like,
Sounds great.
If I don't, it was
Like
so
a lamp
amazing.
party.
I had such a great time. It was a lamp party, but we were all in different countries. Yeah, we had our plan. It's like, right, okay, you guys are going to group up, then you guys are going to group up, you guys are going to group up. We all separated off. It was so much fucking fun. But yeah, it was 36 hours straight. It was that. I remember
ridiculous.
starting it, and then it was midnight the next. I remember Lou coming home from work that next day, going, "Oh, fuck, did you get? Have you had a break?" It's like, "Nope, still on." So I'd literally been on for. So she left work at 9 o'clock, well, about 8 o'clock in the morning, then came back about 6 o'clock in the evening because I'd booked the
Went
time
to
off
bed.
work. Yeah, then went to
Yeah.
it. I didn't see her for the entire period. I said, "Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, fine." Yes, she like bought me some food because she was genuinely concerned about me. And yeah, when I went to bed, it was about the same time as it was about 2 hours after she left for work the next day, and I was tired.
Yeah, I imagine a little bit. A little bit fatigued.
And I was under the assumption that what I was drinking or what I was ingesting into my body was going to help me do that. But
It's so crazy, isn't it?
That's
I think you've got to have that sort of experience. I'm glad I didn't. It's a good story.
I can stay up. I can stay up and play games all night.
Yeah, I can't.
But I can stay up all night without anything. Just naturally, I think my sleep cycle isn't in line with the days. I can stay up for 20 hours and then sleep for 10 or 8.
You're not forced into a regimented schedule, are you? So
Yeah.
you can kind of run through
You
it.
don't do a 9
No, I
to 6
can't.
job.
Yeah.
No, of course, yeah. I mean, but again, that's sort of another thing. When work comes in, I have to do it. So
Yeah.
I might be up for fucking 20 hours.
I
for my
remember
work.
you doing
Yeah.
the newspaper and you'd be
Oh,
up
that was
like
fucking hell,
waiting
yeah.
for this FTP to transfer for like God knows
That was
how
the
long.
best part about it. That meant I finished my job, you know.
Yeah, but then
Waiting
you're
for
waiting
other
for it to
people's
finish
stuff.
though, right?
Yeah, no.
So like, you know, you can't sleep because like if it fails halfway through,
You got to start again, yeah.
Exactly.
It's got to be there by 9 in the morning and that. Yeah, but that's something I've done all nighters working so many times.
Yeah.
But it's just not a problem for me. I just stick something on the computer and like you get tired and then you just go way past that.
The problem with
Just
doing
way
it
past
is
it.
if you
I
know
get
you've got to
hyper
wake up
awake.
at 8 o'clock the next morning.
See,
That's the
that's
trouble.
that's
Yeah.
something that actually really makes me not be able to sleep. If I
Yeah.
have to be up, I really struggle sleeping.
Yeah, it's that if the
I often get better sleep if I don't have to be up. You know,
Yeah.
I can wake up at 8 in the morning if I don't have to be up at 8 in the morning.
yeah.
If I
Yeah.
do, I wake up at 8 in the morning, but I feel like fucking garbage.
When you
'cause
do
I-
that muggy thing where you sort of go to sleep and you're like, if I fall asleep right now, then I get 4 hours sleep, and now I get 3.5 hours sleep.
I've actually just cut my sleeping medication in half from yesterday, so good luck, Joseph. That's probably really annoyingly loud.
Probably killed that moth.
No more, no, my friend. No, he's still there.
Oh, yeah, it's still it's
Guys, I feel like we might have reached a
Oh,
natural...
wait, have you finished your controversial food?
the one thing I was going to say with the asparagus pea
Oh.
is that
Sometimes you pee a whole asparagus out and it goes.
shut off. Like you
It's
thought
like a really horrible kidney stone.
you
but
thought kidney
quickly.
stones were bad.
Yeah,
Point
it's like a little diver, like little Michael
Asparagus
Phelps
spears.
just dives out.
So
Little Tom Daly just dives at the end of your week.
so the thing is apparently everyone's pee smells
Of course it does.
from having asparagus,
Right.
but it's only a percentage of people that can smell it.
No.
Yes, there's another one of those olfactory.
That's
sort
more of a
low
fact
things.
again. Stop blind. Stop.
Hey, get into my shit. But like, it's a
aggressive.
testament to like how amazing the human nose is. We can smell the difference from one.
This
Like
room smells like
atom.
sweaty balls, thanks to you guys.
What?
Nothing.
Cheers.
Balls.
Sweaty
we think it.
balls.
Sweaty balls. This is
Finishing?
Oh, this one's sweaty balls.
Clink.
Are we done?
So this is a guy who I grew up with in school, and
Yeah.
he lives in London now, and he came down to come and hang out with us because Well, we
Good
could
thanks.
must
We
go
love
well.
it, man.
Because I watch the podcast and get frustrated not being able to answer back.
Yeah, that's true. Now you're saying that. Yeah.
So if you want to answer back, just know we might invite you if you're not a weird.
Oh
cunt.
fuck! If you message, we will. If you're a weird cunt, that will definitely help.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
the result. It's Joe's
If you're a
fault,
normal cunt, fuck off.
Yeah. It's a bit boring.
You're just regular.
Yeah, don't you need to be a little bit irregular. Well, it's been a fucking pleasure, man.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank you very much for having me.
So that's
Oh,
an
hey.
individual
I've really
thing.
enjoyed
Shall we
this.
do a group link to
Group
it? This?
link?
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
A group what? Clink.
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 Clink.